Right, everyone. WeaponCollector here. A couple of minutes late today, rushing around as usual. So, yeah, normal Friday night stream. Do about 3 hours as we always do. Just have a chat. Go over in the comments in a minute. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you like weapon stuff, you'll definitely like this. Hard to point when you're pointing. It's not where you think. If you like weapons and anything like that, you'll like this channel. And if you want to support this channel, there's a Patreon account. Link to that is below. And there's also links to amazon.co.uk, amazon.com, and GearBest. If you ever shop at those websites, use the links I provide on all of my videos. If you pick any one on any of my videos on my channel, shop at those places, buy anything you want, and I'll get a percentage of what you spend at no cost to you. So you can support me that way, help me fund things without ever having to really do anything apart from just buy stuff you want. So, right, I'll come over to the comments now. I wonder how many people are on because I was slightly late. I'll let you know when I can see you. So that in a minute I can't. Right, put on the live chat. Let's play so I can see what's going on. Put it on low quality. I don't need it on 8D. Right, so I'm Spartan's on. Good to see you on first, mate, as you asked earlier if I was on, didn't you? Just a normal chat this time, but yeah, you can ask any questions. I'm Spartan's. What would you rather, a samurai sword or a Viking axe against zombies? You know what? Probably a Viking axe. Yeah, I'd say a Viking axe. Because I suppose technically, if you cut a zombie's head off, depends on what kind of zombies as well. There's so many different kinds. If you cut a zombie's head off, potentially that head could still bite you because you haven't destroyed the brain. So, with a Viking axe, you could cut straight into their head. Right, Firewolf. You're right, Liam. You're right, CJ Rat Trapping. You're right, Jumper Serbu. You're right, Ratnik. You're right, Zed Not Z. And you're right, Midnight Rider. Right, where am I? Right. Jumble Serbu said, all right, mate, clean that bullet belt up today. Stripped it all down and soaked them overnight in white vinegar. Came up looking great, mate. I'm glad. Because that was a good deal for both of us, I think. You got something you wanted. You helped me fund something I really wanted. Yeah, you'll have to, when you've done all that, you'll have to get a nice HD video of your Rambo display, because I reckon people would really like that. Midnight Rider said, Mike, your eyebrow looks like you're constantly surprised. I did think that when I was looking a bit high on it. Right. Lap Bricks, you're right, mate. Ratnik, you're right. If I didn't say hello. Five Wolf said, weapons I finally got round to getting a scrimnet and stab vest. I ended up getting a Spartan plate carrier. I'll have a look at that. Is a Spartan plate carrier like a deer one or oh nice, yeah, they're quite nice, aren't they? But that one I got, that was from GearBest. It was only something like 30 quid or something, I think. But it's good for what it is. No, that's not a bad price. Yeah, it's about 30 quid as well, isn't it? Yeah. But I quite like them plate carriers. I'm probably now, after doing that zombie one, I'm going to probably set up one of those tactical vests as a proper shit hit the van bug out bag now. Because when I did that video, I found that vest was really, really comfortable compared to carrying a rucksack or a backpack. For me, I find backpacks, they pull on your back, tend to hurt your back a bit. But because with that vest, it's all around you, it's a lot less lap bricks. I don't know whether that was a slip of the tongue or not, a slip of the type. Could you do a video on all your flashlights? I ain't got no flashlights. Yeah, if you want. Do you want me to do a flashlight video then? I can do that. I never really thought about it. Didn't know if people would be interested. But yeah, all right. I can definitely do a pen. a flashlight video. I'll write it down. Double Taboo said, thanks, Mike. Yeah, I thought I'd do a full-size display like with the others, or the screen used boots. That's the lone war in Rambo 3 rather than having them gathering dust on the shelf. Yeah, well, I've seen some of it. Yeah, it looks really good, and I reckon it's going to look brilliant. I like the whole setup. Right, video. If anyone has any video requests, feel free to let me know. I never really thought of doing all flashlights. Take me a while to get them all, but yeah, all right. I don't mind doing that. I suppose I probably have got some interesting ones that are a bit more interesting than others. Once I've said, yeah, video on all your flashlights would be good. I was sort of thinking of doing that, but I'd actually have to find them all. Yeah, I'm gonna struggle because I know quite a few of my flashlights are in bug out bags, or luckily, no, it's on live chat, Liam. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's because I was talking. I assume you put a police issue panel in it. I'll be honest with you. For that video, there's actually not really a panel in it, but that's what I will do. Yeah. Because I haven't spent the Patreon money for a couple of months, I'm probably gonna get, well, and also Tumbo doing me the favour of oh yeah, Mr. I don't know how I've done that. Because of Tumbo said he's going to send me a helmet, I can probably not have to buy one now. Right. Reverend Enough said, with an axe, you can use the blunt side to cause brain damage to zombies. Yeah, I think I would pick an axe over a sword. If you're really thinking about it, a sword's going to struggle to get into the brain if we're getting proper technical with zombies and you've got to destroy the brain. Yeah. Right, where am I? Oh, that's them, isn't it, now, Liam? Yeah. Yeah, I ain't actually got a panel in that vest, but in the tactical vest, but that's going to be the next thing I do. I will also get a massive axe and just destroy things. Yeah, exactly. Right, I'll put that pen down, otherwise I'll be fiddling around with it for ages. Yeah, if I ever do miss anyone's comments, just let me know. Yeah, Tumbo said he'd said he'd send me a helmet, so that's going to save me buying one. I appreciate Dave if you're watching. What else? Yeah, so, and also I've got enough for a helmet anyway. I'll have enough money for a helmet and some new body armor panels to put in that vest, which I'll probably, yeah, I think that'll be the next thing I do. Because yeah, I really like that tactical vest. When I wore it with all that stuff in, I thought, man, I'd rather wear this with, get some more pouches for it for the back, some little bags to strap on. Probably about as big as, get some bags like this, about as big as the big one on it. Some pouches sort of like that to strap on the back for a bit of extra stuff. But because the weight is more distributed around your body, I notice you don't feel it so much. Not on your back anyway. Whereas when the weight's all on your back and pulling your back, and you know, like Dumble Sabu, any more news on the new weapon legislation? Has it gone through yet? You know what? I've not heard anything about that. Weirdly enough, I was thinking about it earlier, Jumbo Sabu, but no, I may have to set up that Google Alerts thing again. I set it up before, but I found out the main thing is, last time the laws came through, I was told in person, or not in person, but I was told in a message by you possibly before the Google Alerts even told me. So I thought, well, that's pointless. The whole point of that Google Alerts is supposed to tell you first, so you get early warning of things. You knew before. Yeah, so I might set it up anyway, though. Iron Man Spartan said you can make a level 3 plate for your plate carrier out of 1/8 inch tempered steel sheet metal, just cut to size, and will stop all handgun threats, even 357 and 44. No, I might do that. I'll have to see if I can get some of that cheaply, if I've got some lying around, and I'll do that. Ratnick said, if you have some machetes, can you make a video about them? If you have already done a video on them, sorry for bothering. Well, I could do that. My only problem is I've only actually got 2 machetes, so it's probably not worth bothering. I could show you them now if you want. In fact, I've only really got 1 machete at the moment. Because the other one's a Bowie knife now. Yeah, I've not got a lot of machetes. I do want to get more. And this one's going to look a bit funny when I show you it, because this is going to be modded soon. Blackbrick said, sorry. He said, losing service, I'll be back later. Number Talbot said, that film upgrade is a good film. I think I've seen the trailers to that. It looked quite good. And look at the state of that. I didn't realise it was that dirty. Needs a good old clean. It needs a good clean, good sharpen. Yeah, this is the only machete I've got really now. And I'm going to cut it like that. So it's a bit more pointy. A bit more stabby. But there's that, and I'll show you the only other machete I did have. I made into this. So the other machete I had, I turned into that, which is a machete, what I call a machete Bowie. Firewolf said to Iron Man Spartan, that's a good idea, that might be better than the X-Police panels I have. Well, I'll tell you what you could do, Firewolf, do both. Put your soft panels in, and then you know, you can do both then. But yeah, if you can't get one, do the other. Or it's entirely up to you. But yeah, that's a good idea, Iron Man Spartan. I like that. Put that one back. And Iron Man Spartan said Firewolf, yeah, it's more longer lasting as well. Yeah, you could also have both, because what you could do, if you have the vest like mine, mine, that tactical vest I got sort of covers your sides a bit as well. So what you could do is have the soft panels to cover up a bit higher and a bit around the sides, and then the steel over your main parts, as you would with a ceramic plate. It cover all angles then. I'm gonna have a look if the business is the one I think. Oh, you know what? I thought that was all right. I'm not normally a fan of Danny Dyer. Well, it's hit and miss. It all depends what he's doing. But yeah, the business, I quite like that. Yeah, I'll tell you what though, I've not ever seen it properly. I've sort of seen 3/4 of it. Yeah, I did quite like it. From what I saw, I did think, yeah, pretty good. It's sort of the old London gangsters in Spain in it. So I suppose just Spanish gangsters, but yeah, English gangsters in Spain in it or somewhere like that. Yeah, I did quite like that. Weapons off, I'd say a steel sheet in front of the Kevlar would be best. Added protection to the visors. Yeah, that's what I think, Liam. Yeah, a bit like what I've got with mine, with the little upgrade panel in the front. Yeah, I think that would because you'd have a bit of safety around your sides. Yeah, and then proper bit on your front. I know you can't actually see where I'm pointing here, but yeah, you could have your, because the steel plate ain't really that big, but let's say it was as big as this. You had that there, and then the rest of the vest would cover all your rest and your sides. All right, Simon. Just going to go on to the what to see who was in participants. Do me a favour, anyone. If you see me drinking my coffee, tell me not to. I only just drunk one. I don't want to do the old drink 2 coffees and then start going slightly fucking mental that I do. Not being able to talk. Iron Man sparked, yeah. Steel would slow and break up the bullets, and if anything gets through the Kevlar, would catch it. Yeah, it'd be a good little setup, wouldn't it? And cheap. You'd probably have a really good, get some cheap police, ex-police ones or whatever, and then yeah, just a bit of steel in the front would do, wouldn't it? Weapons and stuff said, I'm pretty sure some military plate carriers are Kevlar soft panels front and back with ceramic trauma plates that covers the vitals. So same logic as that, really. Yeah, that's exactly what I would do. With that tactical vest I've got, it has the similar shape to the soft body armor, so it sort of comes down and comes out a bit. It does cover your sides ever so slightly. So yeah, I think that's what I would do. I definitely want to put some soft body armor in it. Yeah, I could also just whack a metal plate in the front and back if I have to. Oh, as well, anyway. Yeah, after wearing that vest, I thought, man, this is a lot more comfortable than, but I'd never really set it up properly because I haven't got the stuff yet. But now that I've done that sort of zombie mock-up version, I thought, yeah, that's really comfortable. That's a lot more comfortable than a bug-out bag, carrying a bug-out bag. So I may actually take all the stuff out of one of my bug-out bags and put it on that vest instead. Just all depends, because you want a couple of options, you see. The problem with tactical vests like that, that's got to be proper shit hit the fan when you're wearing that, because it looks, you know, you couldn't walk around the street like that wearing that. Whereas a bug-out bag could just be a covert bag and you'd never know. Could just be your clothes in it. But yeah, you definitely couldn't do covert bugging out with a plate carrier. That's the only thing with tactical vest. But I like to have both. I like to have a covert bug-out bag because I may have to bug-out bag for completely different reasons to everyone else that have nothing to do with bad events happening to everyone. Because you got to remember, a shit hit the fan situation could happen to just you. All right. Decent jumper, you're right, mate. Number Sabo said, cricket box protects your vitals better. Fuck's sake. Weapons and stuff said, soft body armor would be best for catching shrapnel as well. I must have said, weapons and stuff. Look up AR 500 plates. Pure hardened steel. British ones are Kevlar and ceramic over the heart area. Weapons and stuff said, I know the plates. Can't afford the real thing, sadly, but hopefully at some point, lots will be surplus. Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? I wonder, because you don't get a lot of that kind of stuff surplus, do you? I know I've seen these ceramic plates, like Chinese ceramic plates, but I wouldn't want to risk it in case it was like that bloody body armor that George Sprav tested. Firewolf said, I have a desert camo British flak vest, but it's just the cover, so I'll definitely get some soft Kevlar for it. Yeah, as I mentioned, it's probably worth having both. But I wouldn't mind doing a sort of tactical vest plate carrier bug out vest, just in case, for the real sort of shit hit fan, and then like everyone shit hit fan, where it doesn't matter what you look like. But yeah, it's also worth having a covert bug out bag, grey man bug out bag. I reckon a lot of it's officially sold on, as nearly all British armour when sold on eBay has a Kevlar and plates removed. Yeah, yeah, because you don't see that, do you? Yeah, I loved it when not eBay. I loved it when I loved it when Gearbest started selling stuff like tactical vests, because that's when I thought, yeah, I'm having one of them to review. I'll tell you. I asked about 6 times till I got one. CJ Rap Trap said video on flashlights, thanks. You show us yours, and I won't be able to show you mine because I ain't got none. Firewolf said the weapons and stuff, thanks. I think it defeats the purpose. Yeah, I think it defeats the purpose. I must have said the Firewolf, yeah, you can make body armor from ceramic tiles wrapped in duct tape. It takes about 4 tiles to start a pistol. Yeah, I've seen that. Tumbo made some of them. He made some out of I can't remember what there was marble tiles, that's it, something like that. Militarian surplus, you're right, mate. He said, look at that deadly assault couch. It's too black, it should be banned. I know. Look at it. It's even got it's such an assault couch that it's even got its nose already. Look at that. Throwing nose, ready, straight. I'm straight at you. Yeah, I got these recently. Got myself a bump cap. So this is the bump cap I got, if anyone wondered. Got a bump cap to review. Yeah, so that'll be in a review soon. I don't even know what I look like in a cap. And these are the gloves I got. I would have probably got black ones if I could have chosen, but they'll do, because I think they could still look like woolly gloves in the winter, couldn't they? They're level 5 cut resistant gloves. Oh, where am I? Firewolf said, "Hi man, I'm a sub to you just so I remember the username if I ever need any ideas." Dead Not Z said to military and surplus, "It's not an assault count, it's a ninja settee." Yeah, that's even better. Nice one. Yeah, it's got bloody throwing knives ready to go and everything. Did you see it? The only issue with those tiles is their smaller tiles mesh the points between the tiles is weak. Same reason America didn't issue the dragon skin armor. Yeah, that is the only thing, isn't it? Because there is obviously gaps between them. Iron Man Spartan said, "Yeah, but every armor has a chink." Yeah, I suppose, yeah. Military and Serpent said, "Black ones are intended to be used harmfully." Good job I got the grey ones then, wasn't it? Firewolf said, level 5 gloves, where'd you get them? Off of Amazon. Well, I've got to review them soon, so give me a couple of days. Sometime next week, I'll do a review of them, and then we'll see how good they are, whether they're worth buying. And then also, if you buy them from that link, you'll be supporting the channel. That is a proper review thing that I've sent. So yeah, I've got to do these first. I've got to do the Gearbest stuff first. But yeah, sometime next week, I'll have them on as a review. The gloves and the hat. But I didn't even know these existed. Can you see that? But I was offered some like really weird stuff. Some stuff that had nothing to do with the channel. And I said to her, "Well, I can't review that." But sometimes they offer me stupid things like fucking I don't know, lamps or something, or a rug or something. Do you know what I mean? And I have to say, "Well, I can't review that because I can't fit a rug into my channel." Actually, no, it wasn't that. It was the gas masks. Yeah, but it wasn't there. He sent me the weird stuff. Wanted to send me weird. No, she wanted to send me a gas mask, and I said, "Yeah, all right, I'll have the gas mask." And then when she found out I was in England, she said she can't send me it. So I looked on her Amazon page. Found some stuff and then said, "I'll do that if you want." Where am I? I was getting distracted then. Weapons I've said up to Iron Man Spartan, not disagreeing with you over that. Iron Man Spartan said, "Mobility is key to good body armor." Firewolf said, "Where is the link?" Well, the thing is, I can't get you a link right now. You may have to wait until I do the video. The problem is, it's in my emails and it will take me ages to log into my emails, find that particular email, find the link. But as I said, in about a week, I'll have a video of the gloves being tested and the link that you can click on, take you there. And if you bought them, you would give me a percentage of the money that you spend. Yeah. But yeah, it's too for me to do that. What happens is by the time I've done it, unless you wait until after the stream or something, I'll be able to send you it. If you can somehow message me or email me, I'll send you the link then. It's too much. By the time I come back, there's a load of comments. Military Surplus said, "Government be like black people aren't black people don't tend to be hard." Firewolf said, "Oh, okay." I sorted it out though. As I've said, I was reading up on the foot-pounds of shotgun the other night. It was quite interesting. Most birdshot, for example, is weaker than an air rifle individual ball bearing. No, I didn't actually know that. I suppose that's the size of them, isn't it? I don't really know, but Ratnick said, I have a question. How many vests do you have? Can you make a heavy plating that can stop an arrow? Thanks for reading. I've only got, well, I've got one really good one, proper expensive custom, like to my body one. Like brand new one at the time. It's only ever been worn twice, so it's like it's new really. There's a couple more in the house that aren't mine, and I've got the tactical vest that's got no plates in it. So really, I've got one proper vest. But yeah, as Ratnick said, I don't know if I got there. Yeah, did I read that? Yeah, yeah. A standard handgun and stab protection body armor will stop an arrow, and even a £175 crossbow with a specially made tip will struggle to get through stab protection, because I think stab protection seems to be better than your standard Kevlar, like your bullet resistant stuff. Stab protection seems to be even better than that for stopping arrows and that. But yeah, they can stop an arrow quite easily. Yeah, £175 crossbow with a special tip on it only just got through about that much into a level 1 stab protection vest. Right, Peter. I'm on Spartan said Kevlar can stop an arrow easy. I said, yeah, the energy is spread over each ball bearing, so buckshot has loads more energy compared to the bird shot with the same muzzle velocity. Military surplus said, so how is the weather over there? Not bad. I think it's, I don't know, I can't remember. I haven't been out today, you know, like not really out. Bit wet, but not raining. It's just wet still, and actually quite hot because I've got a fan on at the minute. It's not muggy again. So, hey, Lewis Shaw, you right, mate? He said, just checking in. All okay over here. Cheers, all. Yeah, it don't seem too bad here at the minute. Yeah, England, I mean. It's all right where I am. Try to lay off the coffee for a bit because I just had one. I don't want to start drinking that, and then I'll get that weird, sort of can't talk properly or read the comments properly. Iron Man Spartan said the weapon and stuff birdshot is weak, it cannot even pierce car door. Said depends really on the range, very close range birdshot is still deadly, it all depends on the type of birdshot. On before shot is pretty lethal. Yeah, I remember seeing a picture of something where it was in an allotment and some people kept robbing this bloke's allotment, so he waited in his shed, a little hole in his shed, waited till one of them walked past and shot him with a shotgun with birdshot in. When it showed mate's arm, it actually shot right through his arm, and he had a hole in his arm like that, like right through. You could actually see through it. So in the right place, that would have, you know. But as you mentioned, it was all the, you know, if you had a sawn-off barrel, that would make a difference. Full-length barrel, how close, all that. Then he said, I think you have to consider what you will have to face, to be honest. You are far more likely to get stabbed, shot with a crossbow in the UK than shot in the farm. Yes, very good point. That's true, though, isn't it? You are. If you think about it, the things you're probably going to most likely run up against are, as you said, stabbed, crossbow, or possibly shotgun. But there's not going to be a lot of firearms going around, is there? Military interpreter said we got a heat wave last few days. It was about 40 Celsius a day. Bloody hell. I was interested in it more from the perspective of how far range would a riot helmet protect your face from shot. You ever seen them? They're not very good quality, but I did a test of, it was only 410 versus crash helmet, and didn't go through it. Right, where am I? Tony, he said, Malk, is that gin and tonic you're drinking? Malk's not here, it's Mike. Actually, I nearly had Malk on here earlier. He was downstairs. I was trying to get him on. But no, it's just water today, Tony. Iron Man said, birdshot is lethal, but flesh is a lot weaker than metal. Yeah. Pete said, yeah. If it has no time to spread out, it's almost a slug. Yeah, exactly. Another good point. Iron Man said, a 2-2 bullet is more lethal than birdshot. Yeah. As I said, I've said before, I have no interest in rifle protection, as a level 2 or 3A vest will stop most handgun rounds shot in too long. Yeah, exactly, and that's the things you're going to come across, ain't you, in this country. Firewolf said it was in army surplus store called Soldier Military in Camden Market. It had a bunch of Belgian steel helmets in there. Who was it who mentioned that to me? Soldier Military, or was it someone mentioned it to Liam? Yeah. He's laughing at military and stuff. Hard target, right, mate? Tony says, sorry, mate, it's fatigue. No, don't worry about it. I have relatives who always call me Mark, so I'm not bothered by that. But I thought I can't pretend to be Mark because someone will say that I'm not on here, wouldn't they? Because I do that quite often, you know. If I'm out, someone calls me Mark, I just go along with it. But I can't on here. Weapons, I've said, ends up being far easier to keep on all day as well if needed. Only 1 to 2 kilogram for a front and back Kevlar vest. Gas mask reviewer, you right, mate? I said, hi, mate, back from my holiday. That's good. Hope you had a good time. Thomas Albu says, Fox cartridges do some damage. What are they doing, mate? I don't think I It wasn't, never even heard of them. Oh, has that got, yeah, got some of the bigger BBs in it, yeah, if that's what it is. It was mentioned to me on one video. Yeah, I remember seeing it because I also, it seems like a weird name for a military surplus thing, because soldier spelt like that sort of makes me think of like rappers. So yeah, and soldier military surplus. Yeah, just I could picture you going in there and a load of rappers in there selling military gear. Yeah, that's just my weird imagination. Right, where am I? I'm as Spartan said, Firewolf buy a steel helmet and weld steel plate on it to make it bulletproof. Tony said, I'm bloody laughing, mate. Yeah, quite often I pretend to be Mark. I've even, but when Malcolm used to do tattoos, I've even stood there and pretended to be Malcolm so long and even booked in tattoos for him as him, but I couldn't be bothered to tell the person I wasn't in. But the problem is, being twins, I quite often get someone come up to me, talk to me like they know me, and I've actually never met them before. But I'm used to it for 2 reasons. One, from being a twin, and one from when I used to drink all the time. When I used to get pissed all the time, I used to quite often have people come up to me and go, all right, Mike, that was well, good night last night. And as far as I'm aware, I've never, ever met this person in my entire life. I just had to go along with it. Yeah, it was really good. I've never fucking met them. Except I had. I just can't remember it. Military surplus said I bought the Bear Grylls knife on black market for $20. Couldn't you get it at normal store? It had to be the black market. Or that'd be, do you think that'd be on the black market? Or is that a different kind of black market? Keith Humphrey, you right, mate? Fox cartridges have about 7 ball bearings in them. Bristol said cough, cough. I mean lead shot. Tony said SSG or BB good for foxes. Fixes. Alright. I've said, yeah, so basically it's another name for double O butt. Yeah, the only ones I've seen, because some of like double O butt, you need a firearms license to have them, can't you? Yeah, shoot them, can't you? Yeah, I have seen some of the bigger ones. When my cousin's got shotguns, he got some of the bigger stuff that you could legally have without. And yeah, I think the ball, you know, the lead shot in that was getting on. I'm not 100% sure because he showed me when I was drunk. But the lead shot in that looked to be getting on for 3 or 4 mil. I'm a Spartan said AK-47 or M16 rifle if you're allowed. I tell you what, I've always liked the look of the M16. So I'd probably pick that. Even I don't know which one's more reliable, which one's better. I'll go purely for looks. M16. Always like the look of M16s. Firewolf said, found these Nexus level 3 ballistic Dyneema plates. And they're supposedly impenetrable, but some expensive shit. Yeah, that's the problem. When you get new vests and new gear, fucking is expensive. I'll tell you, my stab resistant and bullet resistant vest that was custom fit to me cost me at least 500 quid. Gumball's Albu said the weapons off. Could be, mate. Been a while since I did gamekeeping. So basically how the sizing works, at least in the US, is triple O and double O buck is about 6 to 8 fairly big BBs. As the number of the buck goes up, you get smaller BBs. I think number 8 shot is smaller. Deanton Jumper said I use a 38 gram cartridge for Foxes. They have 2.9 BBs if they do the job. Yeah, maybe that's what my cousin had, something like that then. Military Intelligence, I'm going to jump off a bridge now. Bye. Nice knowing you. Don't jump off a bridge, mate. I don't know what you're saying that for. I think that was you. Said he didn't like the rug, didn't he? No, stay in it, mate. Jumper Tabu said M16 is more accurate, but AK is much more reliable. Easy Jumper said getting some slugs this weekend for the shooting comp. Should be fun. Never shot slugs, bro. That's good. What, my competition? I look forward to that. Funny thing is, I've had about 15 people say they'd join in, and 10 of them haven't bothered replying to my messages. So I don't know when I'm going to get their footage, because I've messaged all of them saying, send the footage when you're ready. None of them replied. Apart from the ones you have, which is about 5 of them. Oh well. So Matt Spartan said you can turn birdshot into a slug. It's called cut shells, the old gangster. American used to make them. Tony said SSG have 12 lead balls, right? You need section 1 for single ball, 2 ball or 3 balls. Anything over that, you just need section 2 shotgun license. Ratnick said, how many gas masks do you have? I've only seen the Finnish M61 version. That's all I got, mate. I've never really been massively into gas masks. I got that one as a birthday present or Christmas present, and I would probably, again, when I'm going to get my next Patreon, so I'm going to buy a converter and a new filter for it. So I've actually got a gas mask set up, because I actually find that gas mask really comfortable. Fits me well. Yeah, that's all I've got. Pete said, don't jump if you're being serious. I remember him mentioning stuff like that before, Pete, but hopefully he's not. But yeah, don't jump. Rod Kirkbride, you're right, mate. Did not he said, Jumbo Sabu, interesting note. Did you know that bowler hats were invented for gamekeepers? No, I didn't know that. I find that's quite an interesting thing. I've said AK is a nice compromise, more accurate than the AKM, similar performance to the M16, not quite as good, but still as reliable, if not more than the AKM. I must have said, have you seen the cold steel boar hunting on YouTube? I think I have, yeah. I have seen quite a few of cold steel videos, so I assume I have. Deanton Jump said, yeah, you'll come. What distance do you suggest I shoot from? You can shoot any distance you want, mate. Don't worry about that. You pick any distance. It's all up to you, whatever you can do. If you want to go bloody really far, if you want to go close, it's all entirely up to you. It's all a bit of fun and showing off your shooting and your guns, basically. So, yeah. You pick any distance you want, mate. I'm looking forward to that, because I don't think we have had shotguns in it yet. Would have had an AK in it, or an AKM, but from Dave, but after footage was sort of missing from Electro. That's what I was hoping. I was hoping to get some Americans in on it as well, but he was the only one who did. Weapons off. Shame the US abandoned the M9 style masks in the 50s. Go with the M17. A few decades of improved M9 designs would have been good for gas mask development. Tony said, "Do you ever wear it, Mike? The gas mask, that is." No, well, I had it on the other day for my zombie video I did, so yeah. But no. Me and Liam did discuss about using it for shed stuff, but the problem is because of my bad ear, I have to have something actually properly connected over my ear, and the straps just keep it slightly off where it's not working good enough to protect my ears, and I can't really stuff things in my ears either because it hurts my ears. Yeah, they're not quite right. If I had good ears, it'd be perfect for shed work because it's incorporating goggles, face protection, lung protection. Gumble's Elbow said to Z not Z. No, I didn't, mate. Well, I thought they were invented for Mr. Ben. I do know that poaching during the day is a civil offence. Poaching at night is a criminal offence. Oh, I didn't know that. Z not Z said it was for the first Earl of Leicester, I believe, who came up with the design. Military and sup said, oh, I forgot. The bridge was 2 meters tall. No, my feet are all muddy. That's sad. Oh, good. I'm glad your feet are muddy. You're scaring me and Pete like that. Ratnik said to weapons stuff, I like the WZ-88 Tanau. It's Polish AK-47 version. Pete said nothing beats AK-47 for close to mid-range combat rifle, and they give them to kids because they're easy to teach and use. Iron Man Spark said, have you ever wanted a World War I British short sword AK bayonet? Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. Weird thing is, I don't know why. I've never really been that interested in years ago when I used to buy stuff, I was never interested in any old military weapons for some reason. I only like modern stuff, apart from the Fairbairn sights. Or if I was buying stuff anyway. I don't know why. I don't know if I didn't think. I think maybe I thought because they was old, they wouldn't be any good. I really don't know why I didn't. But now, if I had the money, I'd definitely buy. Learning from experience how good old stuff is, it's a lot. Most of the old stuff's better than new stuff. I'll definitely get bayonets and swords and all that. Firefox said, is it not offensive to use a silencer? No, I think as far as I'm aware, silencer over here have got no restrictions. Weapons said, I'm getting annoyed by the AK and being called a 47 gun interest. Firefox said, well, it's probably is still an offence, but you know. Where the fuck am I? Number Sabu, also shooting game on a Sunday is illegal. The law was brought in back when the landowners worked only had Sunday off. That was to stop them shooting the landowners' game. Pete said, WeaponCollector, would you wear a tie-dye shirt? Is that an offer, is it? Don't know. Don't know if I could pull off a tie-dye shirt. Do you? I might be able to pull off a Hawaiian shirt. I've got the sort of body for that. Don't think I could pull off a tie-dye shirt. Do you? Iron Spartan said the AK-47 came to service in 1949. Firewolf says, sorry, I'm confusing. Sometimes said the Soviets barely used the AK, as it was milled steel version. The AKM, which is the actual famous one, uses stamped metal. Ah, right. Yeah, see, I didn't know that, but I may have known that one day. But as I mentioned, I've lost a lot of my gun knowledge now. I will have a vote whether I can pull off a tie-dye shirt. Want me to add a poll? I'll add a poll to the video quickly. Hang on. Don't go mad on the comments. Slow down just for a little bit. Right, hang on. I'll be back in a minute. Right, if you now refresh the page and then put your cursor over the screen, a poll will come up. I'm asked the Russian army used the AK-47, which was a much better rifle. AKM also has a few other features like the muzzle brake, I think Ratnik was trying to mention. Yeah, I think his I never got to read them, they've gone before I. Ratnik said, have you heard about Krinkov? No. Alright. Nice, yeah, never heard of that. Or whatever it is. What is it, the gun? What is a Krinkov? Is it a person shooting it? Oh, the AKS-74U is called a Krinkov. Alright. I have seen them, but yeah, I didn't have seen them, but I didn't know it was called that. Right, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to refresh this page because I want to see what the poll says. Shouldn't do nothing. Oh man, Spartan, is that the bullpup AK variant? Well, that's technically what that is. That would be a bullpup AK variant. Number Taboo said, I've always wanted an MP40, got a blank firing one on order once they get released sometime this year. Oh, that'd be good. Logan said, now then. Right, where am I? Hang on. Yeah, there's a poll if anyone wants to do it. Rod Cartwright said something interesting. A drug dealing grandmother from around here has just been jailed 3 months for amphetamine dealing and 2 years for taser disguised as a torch. Taser equals firearm. Yeah. Here's something I found really interesting. Looking up the sentencing guidelines for tasers and other things, firearms and that, and seeing what kind of things make a difference. Sort of, you know, what you was doing with it, what was your intentions. Shotgun thing makes difference. If you have cartridges with the shotgun, that makes a hell of a difference, it seems. Firewall said black shirt, because then you'd look like the guy from Breaking Bad. Just without the glasses. Forget that, yeah. Let's have a look. Oh, I better vote one. Right, so far it's tie-dye shirt 25%, Hawaiian shirt 25%, naked 0, and a black t-shirt 50%. Must be no women on them for the naked to be 0. We have to cook. Right, where am I? Everyone's been putting these bloody caliber fucking things up. Bullet fucking types. Military Surfer said, you sound like Crowley from Supernatural. Funny is, Malcolm gets called that quite often, saying he looks like him. Gumball Sarabu says, stun gun torch, you mean? A taser fires barbed projectiles, as well as being a contact stun gun. I wouldn't worry, everyone. Everyone's getting a bit too worried about what we call things. I wouldn't get too AKM and taser and AK-47 and stun gun. We know what we're on about, don't we? But yeah, you know, if you want it to be accurate, yeah. My man Spartan said the silenced VVS is a good rifle. Rumshoff said, I find it quite funny how many Soviet cartridges were basically the times 39mm, where they essentially just changed the size of the bullet on it. Yeah, heavy 9mm head on it means it ends up being subsonic. Quite a clever and simple way of doing it. All right, Bullfrog. Hello, mate. I've just returned from my mythical adventure in the Highlands. Nice. Plenty of hangovers going around. Ratnik, bullets rule the stream now. Yeah, they do today. Iron Man Spartan. Bailey's or Harvey's Bristol Cream Sherry? I don't think I've had Harvey's Bristol Cream Sherry. Bailey's just about bearable. Tell you one drink I can't fucking stand is Malibu. That makes me gag trying to drink that, and then it'll keep making me feel sick later on because you burp and you get the taste again. Great said, as long as the clip on magazine are used correctly. Told you, it's a fucking clipazine. And it's an AKN 47, and it's a fucking taser water pistol. I've run out of ideas for that one. Prep for it said, hello, gonna be drinking later. All right, you have a good time. I'm not. I had a drink last week, so that's why I wasn't on. Then not he said, Pete, indeed. A clip goes in a gun, a magazine is something you read at the dentist. Firewall said, oh, it's whiskey you don't like or lager. I don't like whiskey. Well, no, I didn't used to like whiskey, but I don't mind whiskey now. The things I absolutely really hate are white rum and Malibu. Most other stuff couldn't care less about now. I drink it. And lager I don't drink so much anyway that it can give me gout. Weapons and stuff said, I'll be getting up early tomorrow and Sunday for my new job. Yeah, congrats on that, mate. That's good. Oh, you know what I mentioned it earlier, didn't I? Yeah, good. Bullfrog said, how's things been going, Michael? Yeah, not bad. Just the same old bollocks for me. Videos, PlayStation 4. Got all of them games now. I've now got Grand Theft Auto 5, Resident Evil 7, Metal Gear 5, Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, and Final Fantasy 15. All for less than 40 quid. I better go back up a bit. Iron Man Spartan said, Mike, have you tried a cigar? Yeah, I used to love cigars, and I would smoke a cigar and actually take it back. Yeah, I used to love cigars. Number Sour Booster used to get pissed on baby shams. You know what? I've only ever had baby sham once, and fucking hell, I thought it was beautiful. I thought it tasted lovely. I've never had it since, and that was when I was about 15. There used to be what did we used to call it? I think we used to call it the beer factory. It must have been somewhere where there was a factory, and there would be a caged off bit with loads of bottles of booze in, but half the time there was empty. But every now and then you could sneak in there past the cameras, and every now and then you'd find a crate of booze that was probably out of date, been bought back. None of it was all empty stuff. But every now and then you'd find a crate of full stuff that was out of date, but we'd nick that and drink it. And one of them was a bottle of baby sham. Bullfrog said, I watched Jack's 2 videos. Funny enough, I haven't managed to yet. I think the only video I managed to get to watch today was Liam's, and I didn't even comment on it. Yeah, because I think I was doing stuff. That was while I was eating my dinner, and then I was going to watch the rest, and I didn't. But yeah, I got to watch everyone's videos today. I've not watched anyone's videos today, apart from that one. Because Liam's videos tends to come on just after I've done my dinner. Ratnik said, what job is it? If you have mentioned on your stream. Pete said, fuck me, my blood now. Right. I'll catch up in a minute. Well, it's a folding fixed blade stripping knife. Yeah. Firewolf, sorry. Jack is Jack Striker. Robin Johnson says, as long as I actually get on with everyone and my job is explained to me properly, should be going great. That at the weekend. What's up? Carlsberg Special Brew Forever, Tramp Juice. Yeah, I still like a bit of that. Pete said, I still fucking need to add you on PSN. Lol, not meant to do that cigar. No, that's what I mean. I do everything excessively, Pete. Yeah, I used to take cigars back. Iron Man's Sparks, a special brew is nice but very strong. Bullfrog said, can I join the GTA 5 stream? Yeah, definitely. You might have to wait a bit though, because the problem is I've got the GTA, but now I need the fucking PlayStation Plus. So what I'm going to do, when I get close to the money, which I might be able to get it maybe next month, but not the end of this month, but the end of next month, I'll have enough money to get a year's worth of PlayStation Plus. I'll do that, and then yeah, we're sorted. Whoever wants to come on can come on. But what I'll do, I'll be able to do it 2 weeks earlier, because I'll get the 2 weeks one first. I'll get that free 2-week one. I may, if it comes to it, just get a 3-month one, because they're quite cheap, I think. But it's worth getting the year one, isn't it? Because the year one works out half the price of getting 4 quarterly ones. Richard Smith said, hi, Mike, just joined. What have I missed? A lot of chat about bullets. But luckily we're off that now, so don't start it. It was getting a bit too much for me. Don't join in. Iron Man Spartan said, make a Walking Dead Lucille barbed wire bat. Yeah, that's a plan, definitely. Jumble Sabu's mentioned that quite a few times. Stuff said to Ratnick, it's basically a cleaning job for the most part, cleaning surfaces and pots and pans. Ratnick said you would enjoy it, mate. I might try Gentleman Jack Daniels, very nice drink. Well, I used to hate Jack Daniels, but then one of my mates used to keep bringing it round, and I got used to it. I quite like Jack Daniels now. Tried them honey ones, that was nice. Bit sweet, and gets on your hands, it's all sticky, but nice stuff. Firewolf said, cash transit driver pays all right because you get danger pay, but lots of hours. Yeah, I think what Liam wanted was couple of days work, so he had guaranteed money coming in, and still gives him time to do all his other stuff. I said, cheers, I hope so too. Will be 2 very long shifts at the weekend, but it's very close job to home, so no travelling at all. Quite nice hourly wage. Pete said, not bullets, rounds, like. Firewolf said, I'm so butterfingers on this keyboard using my phone. Rod said, Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead? You know what? I've not seen either of them two, but I would. And then Weapons, as I've said to Pete, cartridge. Hey, I had you there. Jumbo Sabu said you can buy the Walking Dead bats with real barbed wire, but they are outward barbs on the wire removed. Lol. Yeah, I would just make one, you know me. Secular Ninja said Johnny Walker Black Label, lovely whiskey. Yeah. What I do every time I get some whiskey, it's normally when my mate comes around. He loves all different whiskies, so hopefully he'll get one of them. Making my mouth water a bit talking about those. TJ Rat Trapping, I'm just making a curry whilst I'm watching your live stream. Nice. What's the meat in it? We ain't had a curry here for ages. I might have to get some stuff for a curry. After time, I have to do 2 different dinners now for different people because they don't like certain things, but I'm not bothered by it. So I cook the dinners here. Yeah. Now you've said that, yeah, we haven't had a curry for ages. New smartphone. I can do some live streaming outside now. I haven't done it yet, but in a few days I'll test it. I've just got to see if the Wi-Fi will reach to my back garden, which it should do. If it does, I'll then be able to do live streams in the shed like I plan to. And I could probably do live garden shooting, target shooting, and live knife throwing, stuff like that. Don't know how many comments I'd be able to answer, but yeah. Pete said, Walking Dead, Double Cell Booster, I hate whiskey with still water as a mixer. I mean, I've tried that, but as you know, I've had vodka and water. But as I've mentioned, I don't tend to drink for the taste. I think if you don't really like whiskey and water is going to be dirty because you're still going to have the dirty whiskey taste, don't you? If you don't like it. Bullfrog said cleaning jobs are often just for a couple of hours a day. Well, it all depends, doesn't it? I think he's doing he said it's basically a cleaning job. There's other things involved. Yeah, most like I've done cleaning jobs and it's just 2 hours a day, but it's 5 days a week. I think the light went off my camera then. Bullfrog also said the Highlands were full of whiskey shops and pubs specialising in it, but almost no multiculturalism. Firewolf said live streaming outside, huh? Bring your crossbow. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, that'd be perfect for that, wouldn't it? Got my pistol crossbow I could take out. Weapons I've said this one is a 9-hour shift as it's getting stuff ready before the place opens, cleaning throughout the day, and then clean up once the place closes. Ratnick said some people are debating about are stripper clubs better than magazines. And if you want to use both, stripper clips, sorry, not clubs. That's me. I honestly thought that said our stripper, because I thought it was going to say our stripper clubs better than magazines. You know, dirty magazines. And if you want to use both, ideal rifle is the VZ58. What is your opinion on this topic? I've got no opinion on that because most of it don't mean anything to me. I don't even know what a VZ58 is. Yeah, can't really contribute to that, sadly. I may know what the VZ58 is if I look it up. Double Salboo said, whiskey neat is fine, mate. The water spoils it. Richard Smith said, got a 40mm gas mask hose ordered. Should be able to wear a gas mask under my welding helmet, then when welding galvanized steel. That's a good idea. I'll tell you, I want to get I wouldn't mind getting a gas mask hose for my gas mask, because I noticed if you don't, when you got the filter on, obviously it does have a bit of weight. If I noticed if you put them gas masks on without the filter on, you don't have to have them so tight for them to be airtight, sealed. A hose would probably mean you ain't got to have it so tight on your face because there's nothing weighing it down there. Weapons I've said, Cole, what mask do you have, Richard? Decent Jump said, lol, I read as stripper clubs at first as well. Yeah, I did. I thought it said stripper clubs. The Firewolf said same. Pete said the VZ58 looks like an AK, right? Yeah, I looked it up and that's what it was, yeah. Then he said, I'd be more interested in stripper clubs than how to load a gun, to be honest. Yeah, I'm on Zednot-Z's side for that one. Definitely. I'm a Spartan said, prostitution and all drugs should be legal, but have age restricted, of course. Yeah, I can agree with that. Weapons Officer, best whiskey I had was one from Harrison Lewis. It was blended, but they used peat to flavour filter it. Very unique taste. How about that was? Saying about the prostitution and drugs should be legal. Granted, if they were legal, I probably still wouldn't use either of them anyway, but it wouldn't benefit me anyway. Or am I just saying that? I ain't got the money. So giving out freebies, maybe. Can you get it on the dole? I ain't even on the dole. I have to go on the dole first. Right, where am I? Bullfrog. Right. Richard said Swiss SM47, I think. Bullfrog, it sounds good. You can wear a gas mask to protect from smells. I said, yeah, cool idea. What hose was it? As a Soviet hoses will fit the mask, but they're not accept NATO filters properly. Yeah, I don't know personally. Because I've only just thought, I've thought about, not only just, but I thought about it, never looked into it. So yeah, you'd have to find some connector from the hose down to the 40mm, wouldn't you? But wouldn't it just be the same? Wouldn't you be able to just put a connector, a 40 to 60 on the hose? Firewall said, Iron Man's like prostitution legal. Man, you got to be pretty desperate. Like, do you want hepatitis? I've said the VZ58 is a Czechoslovakian assault rifle from the Cold War. Looks like an AK, but internally different. Richard said one of those Chinese 40mm hose. Oh yeah, I suppose you could put the connector on and then put a 40mm hose on, couldn't you? The converter, I mean. I'm just going to do the pop-up chat because this I'm getting behind. Right, it's better. Double sour boosted. I wouldn't mind having a couple of hoses on my face. Typo, sorry, my bad. Beat said I have an S10, GP5, GP7.5, I've Metro Cop 1. Comment just moved then. What's that one again, Leon? TJ Ratcam said he's doing chicken curry. Rumsdorf said, good, Richard, that should be fine. Captain Bogrell, you alright, mate? It's alright, Mike. Good job you did on the EDC video today, because I wanted to buy that sand rendering knife, but I'd forgotten its name. Used your link. It's the flipper that acts as a guard that sold me. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's very good little concept there. I don't think they've done it deliberately, but when I bought them, I thought, yeah, that's fucking perfect. I'd love to get a bigger version where it's just under a millimetre under the 3-inch blade. Would be really good. It'd have a slightly bigger handle then. But yeah, it's good, isn't it? Deanton Jumper said there's a Welsh whiskey that's very nice. Smoothest whiskey I've drank. Iron Man Spartan says, signing on the dole is shit. The staff look at you like scum, judgmental bastards. Now, I'll tell you what, Iron Man, in all the years I've been unemployed, I've never signed on, you know. I'm sort of lucky enough that I don't have to. One day I'm either going to have to get a job or sign on. But I think I could probably get a job reasonably quickly. I know people who would employ me. But at the minute, I'm in a situation where it's probably better if I don't. Because if I start working, someone else will have to give up work and probably give up their car. Because they won't get paid for it anymore. So, yeah. Yeah, never had to. But it's the thought of it. I'd have to go to my really shitty town. I've said before, if there was one up the village, I might go. But not. I ain't going into our town. It's a fucking dump. I'd rather have no money. Weapons Off said to Firewolf, legal prostitution is very clean as it's regulated business. Ratnick said to Pete, the Metro Cop one is the PG1, but the PG2 is better. Bullfrog said, nothing wrong with using prostitutes, old girlfriend, old wife, because it's stress, so it's better in the long run. No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I just wouldn't be able to afford it. Or the drugs, if they was giving them out. Weapons Off said, Metro Cop mask is officially the Soviet PMG, but when you have the filter on, the SHMS actually looks closer to it. Callum said, people on the edge get some sand rendering knives. I've just got some and really good. Yeah, I really rate them knives. They're good, aren't they, Pete? My ideal one would be, I'm going to keep looking until I can find someone that will do it. Something as big as that, but with the flipper of that. So that size, so slightly bigger blade and slightly bigger handle because the blade's bigger. But with a flipper, that fucking hell, that'd be a really good knife. But as far as this is concerned, this is really good for what you can get. There ain't nothing better than that, really. Then not decent from prostitution. There was a young lady from Crewe who filled her insides up with glue. She said with a grin, if they pay to get in, they can pay to get out of it too. And I did it without fucking it up as well. Tom D, you right, mate? He said, hi, Mike, how you doing? Sorry, it's been a while since I've been around. Yeah, not bad, not bad. It's had not these getting me reading that bloody limericks. That's going to start bloody Jumble Bill off now. And where's XA Zulu? He's not on, is he? Because he'll start as well now. I'm on top chat, I just realised. Yeah, that's the same anyway. My man Spartan said, legal brothels test their women for diseases. Illegal brothels are full of filthy scumbags. Never used one myself, but more than buddies have. Once I probably get started in a new job, I might buy one of those sand renderers with your link. I will say, what the fuck, this stream has been the best one yet. Well, they're always random on here, I'll tell you that. Bullfrog said, I don't know, I always go to the same place. What do you want about? Excuse me now. Even Dump said, my mate say most towns have spices on bid these days in the UK. Is that the same way you are? It gets smacked. That's the biggest problem in Irish city stuff. I'll tell you what, I don't ever go to my local town unless I have to go to the fucking police station, solicitors, or the hospital. So I don't know, but there's a reason I don't, because it's a fucking dump. And it probably would have people like that there. I'm Spartan, Elvis or Johnny Cash. That's a hard one. I do like both. But I will admit I probably have listened to more Elvis. So it'd probably be Elvis. Bullfrog said I am immune to STDs anyway. I think it always shows your age what you call STDs. Because to me, they're STDs. I think to anyone younger, to young people, they're STIs, aren't they? And to people older than me, it's a completely different name. They probably didn't call them STDs. Weapon and Stuff said, Cash for me, I really like his End of Life albums with the sinister biblical songs on them. Yeah, that's some of the ones I've heard. Yeah, some of his earlier stuff don't really interest me, but yeah. And you ever heard them as STIs, sexually transmitted infections? Or maybe it's from the place you come from, the area. Tom D said, I managed to get hold of some Russian AKM Type 1 bayonet last week. It's covered in cosmoline, though. Any ideas on how to clean it and what to treat the blade with? Well, Liam said cosmoline can be cleaned off with white spirit, if I remember. Yeah, and then I would just put some silicone gun oil on it or something like that. That should. Silicone gun oil can go on wood and metal, so that should keep it fine. Firewolf said the Bullfrog, yes, I take it. You post Fortnite wins on Snapchat. Weapons I said Cosmolina, I read that one. Weapons I said I just called them STDs. Bullfrog said what? Johnny Cash reminds me of the last time I had a curry. Ring of Fire and all that. Z said, I'm a Spartan. I used to know a blonde who thought Johnny Cash was changed from a Jorex machine. I've said, yeah, I had that one before. I quite like that. It's quite a good one. X-Ray Zulu, he's on. STD, VD, back in the day, venereal disease. You're right, mate. Pete said, I have an AK drum mag and had to put it in the oven to get the cos off of it. He said, weapons off the old ones are the best. At least that's what I tell the girlies. Black Brick said, I'm finally back. Right, I'm going to ban the word AK-47 for the rest of this chat, as it's come up about 100 million times. Black Brick's right, mate. I'm not really. I could, though, go in settings and whack that in there quickly. And you just put A, slash A, space, K, space, 4, space, 7. Tom D says, cheers. I'll give the white spirit and silicone a go tomorrow and let you know the results. Loving the new In Case of Zombies videos. A real throwback to the originals all them years ago. Yeah, that's partly why I did it. I'm glad you said that, mate. I appreciate that, Tom. Yeah, because that's purely what it was. I thought, I haven't done one of them for years and they was really, really popular. Still are. They're still some of my most popular videos to this day. So I thought, fuck it. I'll whack one of them on. Liam shared it. I got Matt to share it. I shared it in some places. And it's going quite good still now. Oh, where am I? Weapons, I've said, Cosmoline glows under UV light, bright green. It's quite cool. I didn't know that. Firewolf said, the weapons off, if you wear your Soviet last resort NBC suit and run. Oh, would you? No, you should wear your Soviet last resort NBC suit and run into a legal brothel. Ratnick said, RIP Soviet rifle. Yeah, nice one. Richard Smith said, some of the fumes from the flux from welding has quite some toxic stuff. A chronic lung condition can be caused by it. Why I'm starting to use gas masks. Yeah, good idea, mate. Actually, Zulu said, evening, Mike and all. AK-47. What about AKS 74 UN? Yeah, it's banned as well. Pete, I remember your zombie weapons videos. I said, yeah, you get some expensive welding helmets that are gas and helmet combined. Pete said, hunting, yeah, zombie hunting kit. Yeah, I might do another one now. I'll have to think. I don't know what I'd do, because I like to, when I do them, I like to do something original. That's why there was quite a few original ideas in that video, and that's why I used the tactical vest. I thought it'd be something different than just the old bags and shitloads of guns and stuff like that. I have started getting some troll comments on there, but in a way, I was talking to Malcolm about this, I've always found the troll comments, in a way, shows the success of something. As soon as you start getting troll comments, you know it's getting shared about a lot. I said I might try sharing one of my own videos soon, see if it makes a difference. So many people don't get notifications. I try and share quite a few on my community tab. I noticed though, if I share my own videos on my community tab, it doesn't really make any difference. I certainly don't get people liking it anyway. My community tab seems to work better if I share pictures and stuff like that and polls. But it's well worth it, Liam. I'll share all my videos to different places to see. But it does help a bit. As you know, it's all about everything in it. Tags, thumbnail, a whole lot, description. Wolfrock said, that's not a good idea because it might be one of those fetish places and welcome him in about the NBC suit. Dean Jump said, if you were told you will live until you're 80, but death will buy years off you for 100k, how many years, if any, would you sell your life short so you can have a richer, shorter one? I would tell you what, I'd sell every single possession I had to get as many years as I could. Buy years off you. No, I wouldn't sell any. I wouldn't sell a single one. Honestly. Yeah, Dean Jumper, I would not sell a single day. Yeah. And then I'd live in the rest of my life in disappointment that I was only going to get to 80. Knowing I was going to get to 80. Richard Smith said, I've seen some, Liam, but they're all about 500 quid now. Thomas Pratt said, Mike, what's your favourite designer brand? I like Ralph Lauren. Do you know what? I'm not really into any designer brands. I couldn't really probably even mention any off the top of my head. Yeah. I don't know. Most expensive pair of shoes I have, like trainers I ever bought, was some 40 quid Nike trainers. I only got them because they were cheap. I like my Merc, not designer though, but my Merc jacket actually is the most expensive bit of item I ever, clothing I ever bought. I think they sell for like 250 quid now. Wasn't that when I bought it, but they're more expensive now. Never been into any of the, never really been into designer wear. Jumbo Sarabu said, Renaissance microcrystalline wax polish is good for blades to preserve it. Gil Hibben spares by it. Well, whatever he says goes, I would say. Weapons and stuff said, I wonder if you had really thick condoms stuck through the fly of an NBC suit. If it would actually properly protect you. Yeah, it might do. I reckon if it was really thick. Or maybe you put about 5 or 6 on or something. Probably would, wouldn't it? If you could seal it up around the zip. Ratnick says, Soviet rifles banned on the stream, we think. Something about it. We should think something about it. Pete said, yeah, your house lockdown ideas are good. Yeah, I was trying to come up with something different, but realistic. And not a lot of people ever contemplate that. Because what do you do when you get into a house after you kick the door in? Well, you'd have to fucking... Because there's not always going to be something to put in front of it. Wolf said to weapons off, yeah, then you'd always be ready. Richard Smith said, Mike, could you do a vampire hunting kit for a fantasy type gear video? You know what? I've done 2 of them, but if you want me to do like a like similar to the zombie one, I could. Yeah, I did a years ago. I did a fake antique vampire hunting kit. That's quite popular. And then maybe last year I did a modern vampire hunting kit, which again I think was quite popular. I could do one on a tactical Vesta with some crossbows and stuff, like a bigger one if you want, like an all-out one. Like the ones I did was in cases, like one was a box and one was a briefcase sort of thing. Where am I? Tom D said vampire hunting one sounds amazing, so I second that. I'll look into that then. If I can sort one out with more stuff rather than just the case. Yeah. But yeah, I've done actually 2 vampire hunting kits. But if you want me to do like a whole setup where you'd have crossbows and bigger things and loads of stakes. The one I had was a case, and you opened it up and it had a crossbow in it, a knife, a stake, a hammer, all stuff like that. But it was a little contained thing, like a little briefcase. He said, weapon stuff, try sticking 2 on at once, like the Irish, to be sure. Yes, I know, it's another old one. Bullfrog said, what's Fortnite, by the way? It looks like a Minecraft type game with guns. Yeah, I'll be honest, Bullfrog, I don't actually know. I know it's free, though. It's free on the PlayStation 4, and it's free to play. But I've looked at it, it didn't really interest me. Actually, dude said the Bullfrog of Fortnite, just like French 2 week. I've said, yeah, to not do. I'd rather have a butyl one, as latex can be penetrated by certain chemicals. Pete said, got a damn bug bite on my foot. But not on the sole, is it? That's quite painful, isn't it? Or itchy. Commissar Boo said, speaking of disappointment, I once got an empty box at Christmas. My parents told me it was an Action-Man deserter. I've said, depending on the staircase design, I've seen some people do really good shit van stair barricades, putting furniture down the stairs. Yeah, I could do that here. If I had to, I could take a door off, lay it over the stairs at a 45-degree angle, or maybe put a couple, maybe some braces underneath, put all furniture over it. You'd never get through that. Marcus, you right, mate? Yeah, that would work good with my stairs. Oh man, Spartan said, I found your door wedges idea very good. Yeah, very overlooked that, isn't it? Frank said, I want to make a vampire or werewolf hunting kit. Tom D said, I remember the antique vampire hunting kit one. Yeah, I did a follow-up to it with a modern one and pretended I got it from the bloke's grandson. But I made out in the original one that I'd gone around some house and found it. But I made it completely myself. Wolfhog said, phone went to 0%, got logged off. So what is Fortnite? Someone told me. It's a free computer game, free to play computer game on PlayStation 4 and other things. But yeah, it's similar to what you said. Marcus Brackley said the old vampire kit could look like a steampunk type thing. Yeah. Yeah, I'll look into doing another one then. I'll have to think about that. Thanks for you said, disappointed I won second prize once. A 2-week holiday in France. Really disappointed. First prize was 1 week in France. Little Blight, right, mate? He said, hey, did I miss something important? Don't think so. Not today. It's all been talking about a certain gun that I'm not gonna mention. I'm Spartan said, what are those slash resistant sleeves made of? Good enough of them stop an arrow. Slash resistant sleeves, personally, I thought they was crap. Cut when I was slashing with a knife, cut straight through them. So I don't think even 5 or 6 layers would stop an arrow, personally. But I don't know. I've actually never tested anything like an arrow on them. I could put 2 together and have 4 layers if you want to test that. Yeah, the ones I had fucking just cut straight through. But then, as Liam just mentioned, they're not really made for being slashed with a knife. It's more for picking up glass or if something. But yeah. Trying to use them for what they're not designed for, they failed. Firewolf said to Leon, I saw this guy who made a perfect fitted steel barricade with a hole to fit a buckshot shotgun barrel. Weapons, I said Fortnite was a crappy zombie game nobody liked, and they made it into a free battle royale spin-off that became super popular. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, isn't it? Rumble Booster, can't wait for Slenderman to come out. Looks like it would be a good film. Yeah, there's something not out yet. Then, for some reason, I thought they'd made it, or have people made like fan films of it or something? Extra Zulu said Tree Fellas wanted, but there's only 2 of us, Paddy. Right, where am I? Jeans and jumper. What would you carry to keep warm in a shit hit fan in winter at night? Can you get a black foil blanket, a Russian wool blanket, but it weighs a lot? Well, hopefully, in a shit hit fan of winter, I would have, I would have been fully clothed when I went out for that. But depending on my shit hit fan stuff, I do carry survival blankets, extra clothes, second set of clothes in case all your clothes get wet, stuff like that. Gloves, hat. So hopefully in a shit hit fan situation, if I was in it, I would have all the stuff you'd need. Marcus said, I was just watching your EDC video, Mike. Not finished watching it. I saw you were live and came over. I said, aren't those sleeves actually designed for broken glass or something? Yeah, that's the point. They're not really designed for someone slashing with a knife. So they don't really work that way. But I suppose, though, if you thought about it, a piece of glass dropping down your hand is going to be like a knife, though, isn't it? But yeah, the ones I had, they didn't really work. And I've never seen anyone say they do, really. Not for being slashed with a knife, anyway. Bullfrog says, sounds like a nerd game, rather like World of Warcraft. Those would take long to get high level if you don't have the time. Yeah. I think that's what it looks like to me, but I'm not sure. Pete said, the deadly black full semi-auto AR-15. Bill Blight said, guys, should I get Hotline Miami or Dead by Daylight? And everyone's saying Hotline Miami. What is that then? I'll look it up quickly. Actually, yeah, I've seen some pictures of that. I'll let you know when I'm back on the back. Marcus said, an arrow takes quite some stopping. Some of the bear hunting videos show goes straight through the bear and out the other side. Yeah, very true. Website said it is out. Red Letter Media said it was utter shite. What's that? The Slenderman film. Bill Bright said, yeah, I think Hotline Miami is the more streamable. I guess I'll get that one. Bullfrog said, when I play games on PSN, sometimes the sea of nerds gang up on me. That's part said, making a detachable dagger to go on your boots for zombies. TJ Rat Trapping, okay, night. Good night, rat hunting again. No, okay, night, going night, rat hunting again. See you later, mate. Hope you get plenty of rats then. Runs off, yeah, strange. I assume they go under the sleeves of a decent coat. Chainmail sleeves would be much better. Yeah, chainmail sleeves, or maybe just the leather. You can get the fucking old punk fucking leather fucking things that used to have the spikes on them. Get something like that. Strap that around your arm. I don't know what they're called, but you used to get these things that you put around your arm and they had spikes on. You can take the spikes off or leave the spikes on. Rita Smith said you are better off with chainmail gloves that butchers use for those cut-resistant gloves. Yeah, I got some recently, Rich. I'm going to test them out soon. I got them for free, so I can do some actual tests on them. I don't expect them to do any better than the sleeves, personally, but I'll give them a go. Pete said Dead by Daylight looks crap. It's a super violent top-down game with 80s synchro music over. I'm a smart I used to love Mafia 2 on PS. No, I never played any of the Mafias. I've watched people play them though. Webs said Dead by Daylight is fun with friends, awful with random people. Kind of game's that then? It's a similar thing to a van brace, but it's exactly the same. But I bet you could probably get them cheaper. It's exactly the same, but they was actually like, I used to have one as a kid that said Judas Priest on it and it had all spikes on it. Maybe called a van brace as well. I don't know, but yeah. Where am I? Pete said, "Funny how you asked about rat hunting. Saw a massive dead one in the road on the way home." Yeah. Well, fucking Mafia 3 was free on PSN the other month, Spartan. I've downloaded it. I said, a van brace is an arm protector, if you mean that. Yeah, I just didn't know what you would call the punk one. I don't know if the punk thing that said Judas Priest and had spikes on it would be called a van brace. That's all. Could be. It's exactly the same though. But yeah, it'd say Judas Priest on it and have them spikes on it. I've said Mafia was really comfy. I don't know if you meant to put that or not. One person is a serial killer, the others have to escape. Random people don't communicate. Right. Sounds quite interesting though. But yeah. I must about to Left 4 Dead was a good zombie game. Bullfrog comfy, you sat on the game, Leon. Yeah, sounds like it, doesn't it? Pete said, search fanbase on Google, and all you'll get now is Assassin's Creed stuff. Ratnick said, Mafia 3 is a bad game because it isn't like Mafia anymore, the original Mafia, Mafia 2. And he said, I think you mean studded braces. I've got one of those. Scrape your forearm down someone's face and make them howl. Yeah, let's have a look. That's still similar, yeah. Very, very similar. But yeah, they used to sell them, punks used to wear them, and it would actually say on it Judas Priest. They weren't really medieval reproductions. They was modern punk things, or rockers would have them. They weren't old like reproductions. They was just a modern thing, and it would have, like I said, Judas Priest, or think of another thing, AC/DC or something. Yeah, they're all the things you lot have mentioned, but I just wondered if the ones I had seen what they was called, because you could probably get them cheap as fuck off eBay if you knew what they was called. I'm asked Martin said, do you shit hit the fan barter item? Do a shit hit the fan barter item video? All right. As if I can find the stuff. It's more interesting if you can show the stuff. Wolf said, I agree. Dean Tom said, I agree. Richard Painkiller. This is scraping, I mean. I've said the comfy bit, as in you drive around at the beginning in snowy New York listening to 1940s jazz, very comfy. Dean Tom said, I get what you mean, weapons stuff. Played the original game around my mates smoking green many times, and you could take your time with the game. Wolf said, weapons stuff was watching the really old Ian Robinson channel the other day. Wolf was, at least I don't have to play as Anti for like Watchdog 2. Mafia 3 is probably shit, but was free. Ratnick said, Liam, play Mafia 2 on streams, it'd be cool. Once I said, not uploaded to that in ages. No point trying to manage multiple channels. No, I agree with you there. I can't. It's just too much bother, and you just ignore one of them when you do that. Pete said, try spike bracelet. Let's have a look. It's similar, but not long enough. Yeah, that's getting very close to it. That's that kind of spikes, It's probably just spike leather arm guard. Yeah, spike leather arm guard comes up with similar things as well. But yeah, spike leather arm guard probably comes up with more things I was on about. But again, if you look at the sort of, you can see there's like rockers wearing them and punks and heavy metal. It's that kind of thing. But I bet you could get them quite cheap if you could find old, like, as I said, Judas Priest type ones. Weapons I've said to Bullfrog, they made a Trump look like as a villain in Mafia 3. Richard Smith said, Mike, have you seen those PSE Viper pistol crossbows? It's a £50 crossbow that shoots 215 feet per second. Would be easier to cock than a redback. No, I've not seen them. Right, I've just put it on a page, so I'll have a look later. Remember, I've said the Ratnik, 1986 YouTube banned me for some of the racial language used. I would ban me, yeah. Remember, I've said heard very mixed things. Apparently, it's not as good as advertised. No, it seems to be, and I don't know with that one that Ian's just said, but it seems to be the only one recently that's ever actually come up to the standards that they've said is the redbacks. Maybe the Armex, but I've not seen anyone do the tests that I want to see yet. Then they said the weapons off you can buy bog roll, Trump's face on it now. Bullfrog's in a PlayStation 4 game with Mike as a protagonist where he gets trapped in a local hellhole town and has to use his expert prepping, carpeting, and combat skills to fight his way home. I'm about to toilet paper, plasters, band-aid, food, spirit, alcohol would all be good barter items. Dead Not Z says spiked armband. Yeah, that's another one, probably it. That's very close to it, spiked armband. But if that's the kind of thing I meant, though, I'm not saying that would be any good, but I just mean it'd be something you could get cheap, I assume. But yeah, that does look like it. And not even necessarily with the spikes, but yeah, all I meant was it would be probably cheaper if you could get them or if you had them. On the other side, it would be like Manhunt meets a zombie game. Firewall said Trump toilet roll. Ratnik said make toilet rolls great again. I'm as bad as Margaret Thatcher toilet roll. Lol. I said, or maybe I'm thinking of the R9. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to get one and test them. Jeans and Jumper said packet of yeast so you can make bread and alcohol easily en route. Said Carol. Yeah, that's a good one. Might have to do a stream where we talk about this. I'll just talk about it in this one if you want. Bullfrog's front cover will be Mike, with fist pointed towards a cab, other hand smoking revolver, and massive oversized black sunglasses. Wearing coat with bodies of enemies. Wearing his overcoat, I assume. Yeah, with bodies of enemies in burnt pile behind. Sounds good to me. Sounds getting a bit Duke Nukem-y now. I might reinstall 3D Game Maker thing now and make a game about Mike stuck in Hellhole City. Richard Smith said, it looks like a copy of the Redback, but I don't know how good it is in comparison to the Redback. My man sponsored, who owns more rifles, you or Malk? Malk does more air rifles, yeah. He used to collect loads of air rifles, so yeah, at one point he had fucking loads. I don't know about now saying that, but I have only got about 7, I think, and only what I class 3 good ones. Maybe 8, I'm not sure. Liam, that would be the best game in history of games except for Tetris and Snake. Jumble Sabu's an AK-47 toilet roll, I think so. Wolf said, was on London Tube today. Give it a week. I'll have like 7 types of influenza. Marcus Brackley said, Mike, do you know much about suppressed silenced air rifles? Well, 2 of mine are suppressed. Yeah, I've got silencers on them, and does work. It does make a difference. Yeah. Yeah, both my BSA and my Webley have got silencers on, and they are worth having on there, I think. Marcus says, I love Tetris. Yeah, I must admit, thinking about it, yeah, Tetris on the old Game Boy, yeah, that does bring back some good memories. Captain Bogrel said, anyone ever seen one of those 50 caliber air rifles? Probably need a license for them in Britain due to the power, but they still look awesome. Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what I watched today, finally, Bullfrog. You're the only one who might be interested. I finished watching the Trailer Park Boys today, and I must admit, I did actually cry a little bit at the end because of the little tribute to Mr. Leahy. I did genuinely have a tear in my eye. Because all the way through it, because he's in it, you don't register so much that he's died. Sorry if that's just spoilt it for anyone. The actor, John Dunsworth. And yeah, I genuinely did have a tear in my eye when he said his little... They must have filmed a bit of him and they put it on as a tribute, didn't they? Him saying... Because he said something that I totally agree with about when you die. His words were something like... the best currency is gratitude. And then he said something about, was when you're dead, you're dead. So try and do something in life so that you're remembered and then you're not so dead. And I live by that because once you're dead, your only memories in someone else's head, aren't you? Once you're dead, you may not have ever even existed because your thoughts are all of existence, aren't they? To you, once you're dead, you may not have ever been here. But yeah. So you need to be remembered. That's what he said. Yeah. Where am I? Ratnick said the Tetris has a great soundtrack. Yeah. Marcus said, do any air rifles come factory specimen? Yeah, my BSA Lightning did, and my Webley had a screw on and off suppressor and a muzzle brake. Yeah, loads of them do, mate. Yeah. Sorry if I've missed anything here. What's your link, Liam? I might not have a time to look at it. Just trying to catch up on these things. I'll open it quickly and have a look. Our 3D game maker, nice. It's this thing. Mean Machine, you're right, mate. Said I recently bought a air rifle, Air Arms S400. Yeah, they're nice there, aren't they? Pete said, I think the 50 cal air rifle is the Red Dragon. Said not even mark about. Yeah, there are some that do. Firewolf said, I would go back to the year of 1940 when I was born. That's a long time ago. Just joking. I'm just bullshitting. Gonna say, how old did that make you? Marcus Brackley said, I'm a Spartan, I'd go back to World War II. Is anyone, where's that coming from? Did someone say that? Like, where would you go back to? I don't know. Peter Jump said, other shit around barter items, salt, seed, like rocket that can grow in weeks. Cabbage grows all year round, take up very little space, and if stuck, you can eat them for nourishment. Yes, that's a very good point. Pete said, true. Richard Smith said, that's the problem with new crossbows. A lot of them tell claims that can't be backed up. Needs real world tests to show the true capabilities. Yeah, that's why I want to get the R9 and the Armex ones to actually prove to myself. When I got the fucking when I got the Redback and did the test on that, I was like, yes, that fucking really is as powerful as people say. Marcus said, cheers, mate. Which ones? Bullfrog said, yeah, John Dunsworth, R.I.P. fucking legend. Yeah, really great actor. He's the guy with Bubbles as DP called Kerno. I think I saw him commenting on the channel. I watched sometimes, wasn't sure the same bloke. I don't know, mate. But yeah, they're very sad, and I did genuinely have Timar, because that brought it home then. No more Leahy. Rooms has a 3D game maker. It's very crap and outdated now, but great fun to mess about with. Oh, I can't wait. You make a game with me in it. I look forward to that. He said, candles to barter. Yeah. Ratnick said, have you ever heard about the punt gun? I don't think so. Pete said, tampons would be good barter item. Lawful said, Liam, can you actually make a mic-based game? He said, if I can get the 3D game maker running on Windows 7, I will. Firewall said, condoms as barter, they'll be a lot more valuable than candles. Almost Martin said, Mike, would you kill a deer and gut it and cook it if you were allowed to? Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I've done it to a smaller animals, so yeah. All legal, you know. They don't do tampons, I mean. Yeah, I got it. Weapons, I said, yeah, I've read that. Mean Machine said, I have the R9. It's a beauty of a crossbow. It's front heavy. Takes a lot of getting used to, but all around I like it. I'll probably get one eventually. I'll probably save up the Patreon money and get one. Or if I start getting a lot of Top Buzz money, I might be able to buy one with my own money. Because right now I've managed to buy most of the things I wanted. So I can probably now start spending, if I get my own money, which is very rare anyway, but I have been getting a bit of Top Buzz money. I could spend that on it. All depends though, because Top Buzz is very random. Put a video on there the other day called it was my bottle cutting fails video. That earned me $20 in one day. So I thought I'll do the same. I'll put a knife throwing fail video on. Maybe they'll think it's someone getting hit with a knife. So 9 views. The other one had 27,000 views in a day on Top Buzz. Top Buzz is quite a weird website though. There's no community on there. No one comments on anything. Marcus said to Ratnick, punt gun is for duck hunting, I think. Pete said, yeah, in an apocalypse, you would really be on the rag, yeah. Rita Smith said, when I first saw the redback, at first I thought it was an overpriced Tomcat, but now I know it's completely different from Tomcats. Yeah, when the proper tests come out, and you could really see the difference, couldn't you? Brilliant things. Firewolf says, spud gun for hunting Irish. Not Z said, punt gun is like a long barreled small can shotgun. Oh, I've seen one of them, yeah. Yes, yeah, I have seen them, yeah. Yeah. I'm as much as favourite meat, I like venison. I like a bit of steak. I don't know. Steak probably, yeah. Weapons of, yeah. Better parts, better safety, stronger prod, stronger string. Yeah. Really, really good crossbows, aren't they? Marcus said, pigeon meat is beautiful, like venison, I think. Yeah, if only I hadn't had pigeon or rabbit or squirrel for ages, but I do like them. Once I said, unless you've asked the person who spams our comments saying that Redback has missing end caps. Yeah, that's hilarious. And someone spammed me and Liam's videos, and anyone else probably who does Redback crossbow videos, saying that they bought a Redback and it's shit because parts was missing. No, that's the thing, Firewolf. It's a lie. It's someone discrediting the Redbacks. No, there's nothing actually, because the point is the Redback end cap don't come off. They're part of the prod. Bullfrog said difficulty setting on mic should be easy, very easy on autoplay. Exactly. I'm as much as Marcus. I have never eaten pigeon. I'll shoot one tomorrow. And Marcus said, "You won't go back, mate." That's nice, isn't it? Nice bit of pigeon breast. Tell you what, the old kids are up late. I can hear them still playing downstairs. 10:30. Having a sleepover again. Jason Jump said, "Wild boar is my favourite meat after steak." Firewolf said, "Red back to have missing cat." No, that's just it's a lie that someone writes on our comments, writes on our videos. The point is, them bits, they picked a bit that can't actually even come off. But that's how we knew it was bullshit. Them fucking bits on the ends of the prod don't even come off. Not like on some of the cheap ones where you can put them on, it doesn't actually come off on them. Well, not that I'm aware of, anyway. Richard Smith said, "I'm ordering a Black Hawk BB crossbow and the new Armex Tomcat pistol crossbow tomorrow. Just saw they're back in stock." Hi, man. Pheasant is nice. Yeah, I forgot about pheasant. Squirrel is nice too, yeah. Pete said, "Do you lock your door or do the kids know to keep away from your stuff?" They never ever come upstairs, but I have my door locked most of the time anyway. But yeah, it's not really a thing. They never come up. They never come up here unless I get to bed. But they don't live here anyway. They just every now and then, every couple of weeks, they stay over for a little sleepover because it's family house, you know, nan and granddad's house as well. Yeah. But yeah, no, none of that sort of an issue, Peach. Once after no, just locks the doors to near Papa. Bullfrog said, "If you get game over, you get cutscene of Mike being tied to a chair and forced to watch every single Harry Potter film in poor quality." I think in HD would be worse, wouldn't it? Start the coffee now. It's been a while. Thing with most of my stuff anyway, you couldn't get at it. Most of the stuff one or two things up there, they'd have to get up there and get it down, but everything else is normally in drawers or stuff like that. As I've said, we'll have to try and remember to start making this game after work tomorrow. I'm sure Bullfrog will remind you he's very excited about it by the sounds of it. I don't always play every game on very easy, but I do if it's an option. Why not? They wouldn't give you the option if it wasn't worth using it. You know, when you take a game like Grand Theft Auto or like Metal Gear, they don't have an easy option, do they? Pete said, "Don't talk shit about Harry Potter. I'll have you, son." I ain't really actually got anything against Harry Potter. I've just never watched any of them. I don't think I would. Marcus said, "I watched the Potter films last Christmas for the first time. Really enjoyed them." I do like things like, not saying they're the same, but I do like Lord of the Rings and that. And yeah. I ain't watched all of the Hobbit ones yet, though. Still got to watch the last one of that. Weapons also, if you play Time Splitters games on easy, you missed the majority of the levels. Wish more developers made games like that. Shame J.K. Rowling has gone totally crazy on Twitter. Yeah, well, if I found out that you would miss levels on easy, then I'll just go back and do it. But yeah. Bullfrog said Potter and his voice would be added as Mike's nemesis. Pink said, "Yeah, Lord of the Rings is a bit talky." I've said they did a thing where biggest levels and side objectives were normal and hard. Yeah, you know, I don't. You know, it's a computer game, isn't it? If you want to play it on easy, play it on easy. Doesn't mean anything, does it? To be honest, I prefer the Fallout games on easy though, because I can mess around more. If I kept dying every 5 minutes, it'd be a fucking shit stream, wouldn't it? What other stuff? Yeah, I read that. The spice zombies will certainly be enemies. Bullfrog said you can add Neopapa as enemy. I'm not sure what he looks like there. He's not my enemy, he's Liam's enemy. Wolf said spice zombies. Prefers to have games have bullet sponge enemies, sadly, on anything other than easy. You wait till I play a bit of Metal Gear, then you'll see my game skills come out. Now I've said that, I'll die constantly. Just going to have a look quickly as the stream slowed down a bit. I'll have a look at what that crossbow was. The PSE Viper. Tell you what that one seems like to me, Rich. That seems like, yeah, it's definitely a redback clone, isn't it? But you can get a redback in £50, can't you? I reckon that would be nowhere near as good as a redback. But I don't know. That's completely just looking at it and reading the stats. I'm just looking at a bit of that game maker, and that looks quite good actually. It's got the look of the old. I don't know what the games actually look like, but oh fuck me, that does actually make like a proper game then, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, that looks quite good. Ratnick said, "Search Final 2 and watch it." Well, now you've put a fucking XD on the end. I don't think I'm going now. I will said I'm going to sleep, absolutely exhausted. Yeah, good night, mate. You choose loads of presets and sort of cobble them together. They look quite good. I just watched a bit of that video. I skipped to the end where you can actually see the game. It looked quite good. Marcus Bradley said, "I've just eaten a full packet of Roundtree's fruit pastilles and I don't feel guilty." Yeah, I was just getting that. It's weird. I do these streams and afterwards I'm fucking starving. But Bullfrog, Liam Chandler has way more enemies than Charles. Maybe you have. You can have some of them in the game. Low-level enemies that are so stupid. I think Michael Liam. Yeah, could be. That's quite a good one. Yeah, you could actually have yeah, fucking trolls and zombies as the fucking enemies. Richard Smith, you could have the enemies that wear GP5 masks and keep saying the GP5 filters don't contain asbestos. Because the surface seller said so. That would be good, but yeah, it might be a bit too much effort. I suppose I could have just fucking looked on here, couldn't I? That's the thing, I'm still getting used to having a phone and go on the internet. I could have looked at half that stuff on here without having to go off the chat. Only had it about 4 days anyway. Pumpkin said, "Evening, looking fine tonight." Cheers, man. Colonel Mustard. Hey, no, Colonel, yeah, that's right, Colonel Mustard. Monkey dust is the new zombie drug, giving them strength of Hulk, taste of human flesh. One man jumped off a house roof and attacked police. One man. Fuck's sake. Yeah, terrible, isn't it? I think one nan jumping off a house to attack the police is funnier though, isn't it? Can you imagine an old granny on fucking spice? That'd be fucking hilarious. Pocketful said, "Hi Marcus." Mean Machine said, "Monkey dust makes you smell like prawns." I read. Oh, that is weird. Very unusual that. Yeah, still getting used to these phones. It's a bit I fucking forgot I could just do it on here. Yeah, whereas the old EDC videos always seem quite popular. I'm not really into them personally, like watching them, but definitely I've noticed that EDC videos always get a reasonable amount of views, and they tend to. I don't know if I've tagged them good or something, but they tend to get views for quite a while after as well, or a bit anyway. They're not dead after a day. Ratnick said, "Liam, do you remember that dude who had those Nazi accounts and give you hateful comments and created 40 free accounts? Would be he would be a boss. Yeah, in fact, he came on here once, but we was too quick for him, weren't we, Liam?" I must said, "Have you been camping? I built a rotary spit cookbook." I've never done that, you know. I've been camping, but no, I've never done that. Yeah, lol, all the downfall accounts for gunning in. Said that pretty well. Pocketful, I watched the Making of the Army of Darkness documentary today. Hour and a half, bloody brilliant. You know what, I may have watched that. If that's on the they got that on the DVD, I probably have watched it. I may do a marathon soon where I watch all of them and then the series. And when I do, I'll do that because I like watching. You ever listen to the audio commentaries on the Evil Dead? They're really good because they have Sam Raimi doing one, or possibly Ivan Raimi, and Bruce Campbell doing the other, and they both sort of deliberately contradict each other and say that the other one's lying, stuff like that. Like Bruce Campbell will say that they used to chuck him down the stairs and stuff like that and torture him, and then there'd be Sam Raimi saying, "No, no, no, we never did that. Don't listen to Bruce." On separate commentaries, like they've listened to each other's, or one's listened to the other anyway. Marcus Brackley said he loves EDC. Colonel Mustard says spice and other drugs are government tests on public. Weapons I said the new MK Ultra. Like I said, Majestic 12. Mean Machine said you got to be mad to take spice. It's destroying cities like heroin was in the 80s. I know Smart said hog roast is nice. Rita Smith said, for some reason, YouTube took down a lot of Hitler Downfall parodies. Some were hilarious. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with them, but there's like computer games not having swastikas in any. It's fucking historical. Weapons I said, one of my mates bought loads of Black Mamba years ago, but he's always been crazy. Pocketful said, did you like the latest take on the Evil Dead? I thought it was alright. It was alright film. I did genuinely think I'd hate it and thought it was shit. But it was certainly good. Like, it missed the Bruce Campbell element, didn't it? Obviously, but missing that. But I thought it was actually an alright film for what it was. But the fucking Ash vs Evil Dead is brilliant. Bullfrog said, I think all the workers in my local Argos have been lobotomised. Well, lucky you don't work there anymore, Leon. Tintin Jump said, I reckon spice and all that new chemical drugs is China's revenge for the opium wars. All comes from China. Marcus said, hog roast with apple sauce and stuff. Oh, yeah, fucking, I do like a bit of pork with apple sauce, yeah. And my Spark said, EDC videos are good. Number Sabu said, monkey dust. It's a pretty bad drug from what I saw on YouTube. Like I said, I'll do an EDC video soon. Yeah, do that. They're definitely popular, right? I'm as bad as drunk EDC is better. Maybe. I did film some of a how to make cocktails with WeaponCollector last time I was out, but it was I couldn't better put it on. I deleted it. As I said, I've just been reminded of another parody song I need to send you. Marcus a drunk EDC law. Yeah, sausages and blankets. Yeah, or pigs in blankets as we call them. Got a bit of love of that. Got to love a bit of that, sorry. I think coffee's getting me now. Yeah, pigs in blankets, nice, isn't they, Marcus? One of my brother's favourite food. You know, it's this camera angle. You can see one of the crossbows a bit better now, can't you? I've fixed the camera now so it doesn't move, and it must be, I think it must be slightly higher. So the recurve crossbow, you can actually see it now. In fact, you can actually see everything on the board now. Yeah, let's not start talking about food, because I ain't eaten for about fucking 4 hours, so I'll be dying when this ends in an hour. Brian, yeah, I know. Let's stop. Oh, I forgot. I keep forgetting about that bullfrog. The knuckle duster coffees over there. I got some bloody fucking mug I found in the fucking thing, fucking vaping fucking thing. I must have my only EDC for years on my keys and wallet. I can't go out with just my keys and wallet. That's not enough for me. Double side boots with pigs and blankets. We call them foxes cocks. My man Spartan, tell me about your hardest weapon build. Probably that bloody crossbow I'm making now. Or sometimes when I used to make stuff out of aluminium, to get the aluminium to the size, I once cut by hand a piece of aluminium that round and that thick down the section in half. So yeah, so I cut through a piece of aluminium that round, that thick, that way, with a fucking handsaw. It took me about 6 hours. So yeah, that was quite difficult. Yeah, the crossbows are normally the biggest pain in the ass. I'll tell you why I never got my knuckle duster coffee tonight, Bullfrog. I've been sat on the shelf with a load of fucking wooden wedges in it. Probably fucking clean it up. On the shelf, the windowsill. I couldn't be bothered. No, I didn't even show it to the fucking camera. Why did I point it down so low? Richard Smith says, still waiting on my new welding helmet to arrive. What do you going to work on the mace? They're not easy. I'm going to have to make myself sausage salad now after this day. I know, nightmare, isn't it? Fucking eating at 11:30 at night. Sausage sandwich 11:30 at night. Pizzas and wedges, yeah, and cheese. Go on, mustard. I don't have a penknife. I have knives that I would not be able to carry. Marcus said, lovely. Or Coleman's mustard. Stop. Shut up now. If I do eat, I'm going to have to eat something healthy. I have to eat some fucking gherkins or something. Gherkins, sauerkraut, and some fucking beetroot. Weapons and stuff said, not as bad as McDonald's when the clubs close at 3 a.m. How much about a chainsaw and yellow pages against zombies? Or yellow pages against zombies? I don't know. I don't think a chainsaw would be probably yellow pages. Because chainsaw wouldn't be very effective, really, would it? Not in real life. That's what I'm gonna. I still got to do that. And now that zombie video was fucking seems quite popular. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make a chainsaw attachment for the bullpup rifle. It won't be a real chainsaw, but no one will know that. I'm gonna make the whole thing. So yeah. Chainsaw attachment bayonet for the Chinese Model 8 success. Where am I? Jeans and Dumpson brown sauce, surely, Marcus. Jeans Dumpson, I bought an old steel chainsaw, that's what I'd use. Richard said my crossbow was annoying, 2 weeks work and breaks. Yeah, pity in it. You'll get it sorted though, mate. Didn't see said I was thinking of brown sauce, to be honest. Bullfrog said don't go to McDonald's 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. Marcus said, yeah, sometimes HP sauce with egg on toast and bacon butters. When my stomach starts rumbling, I'm going to hold the fucking microphone against it. I'm asked Mark said, is it illegal to make smoke grenades? You know what? I ain't got a clue, if I'm honest. Someone might know, though. I always find normally if you can buy something, if you can buy them perfectly legal, most of the time you can make them. Ratnick said, Mike, the bullpup rifle is called Groza, just for information. That's not called a Groza. That is called a Chinese Model 86S bullpup rifle. And anyone who tells me that's wrong is talking bullshit. Because I've had people tell me that's not what it's called. That is called, no matter what you say, that is called Chinese Model 86S bullpup rifle. Not a type one. If you look it up, the type, the ones that say type, is a completely different rifle. But that is called a Chinese Model 86S bullpup rifle. Yeah, now, all right. It's just I've had people mention it before, and they've never been right. But they've claimed they are right, and they've never been right. No one. The only person who ever guessed that right was, I think, just lying because they'd heard me say that before. That no one's ever said it right. Oh, where am I? John must have no egg, cheese, and bacon sauce. Bobby Worth, right, mate. He said, I saw another site you better have and not need a weapon. I need not have what you could. Hang on. I saw another site you'll better have and not need a weapon, but need and not have. So what you could carry in front of consequences. Yeah, it just all depends. The thing is, when you're on, you just have to be careful what you say on YouTube videos. You know, what you say in a video might be completely different to what you do in real life. Tom D said, I don't think it's illegal to make the army surplus. By me sells them. Pete said you can buy them. It should be okay. Allfrog said because you'll be poisoned, receive bad service, or be attacked by drug addicts. Yeah, that's the fuck McDonald's thing, isn't it? Yeah. Mark said bad service and McDonald's go hand in hand. I'm said Black Widow is good for hunting with a bit of practice. Even Tom said I killed a crow for Black Widow. Marcus said, is it a Chinese knockoff? Well, it's just Chinese made. It's pretty much the whole body of it is really, I don't know if it's an AK-47 or an AKM, right? I don't know the specifics. But the receiver and all that is one of them. And they've just changed it into a bullpup. It's basically an AK-47 changed into a bullpup. Or whichever one, AKM. Website of Grocer has a different barrel with a foregrip on the barrel and a different carry handle. I said, I wonder if that bullpup has taken anybody. I don't think that one has. I found out in the end they made a load of them and then they stopped. It was something in America. They banned them or something. So it may be one of them. But I think I looked it up once, but I can't remember. Richard said, don't worry, Mike. Got scale drawing and plans for 100% metal crossbow. Right, done. I said, no, they were made for export sales to civilians. Bobby Wolf said, yeah, for educational purposes. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's what you do in real life and what you do on videos is a very different thing. You have to be very careful what you say and do on YouTube videos. But they can be used against you. And I know that because I've seen it happen. Decent jumper. It's Black Widow, didn't you mind? Bristol said, hey, Mike, if you like a bit of chill out music, listen to a couple of tracks, Zorvius on YouTube. Let me know. All right, I'll do that. Oh, that's part of the good shit hit the fan idea. Keeping bees is easy and honey never spoils. Yeah, that's a good one. Wolfrock said, does anyone remember or know the location of any remaining Wimpy restaurants? I don't know if I've ever been to a Wimpy, or if I have, I was a kid. Weapons I said, yeah, Chinese made them to sell to the US, but eventually you had banned Chinese firearm imports. Also, Wolfrock said, fine dining. Like I said, I'll check that out too. We just mentioned when building stuff, it's good to remember a man who never failed, never did, nothing. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Yeah. Ratnick said, "Don't say the N word on YouTube." I don't know what you mean, mate. Like I said, I saw one in Aberdeen a while ago. Oh, what a wimpy. London has a wimpy, does it? Yeah, I don't know if I've been to one. I may have as a kid, but not know about it. As I mentioned before, I've probably only ever been to McDonald's about at most, and this is probably an over exaggeration, probably 10 times. Almost back to, did you get those nipper buses in town in the night? No, I don't know what that is, mate. The dude Peck's right, mate. He said, "Hey, mate, hope you're having a nice weekend." Yeah, it's not bad. I don't know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I must do a video tomorrow, though. No reason, but I just feel like I should. I don't know what. I meant to do a couple today. It took me ages to decide on one. But I've had a couple of ideas here. May do the flashlight one, and not the flashlight one like someone mentioned. Marcus said, "I thought Wimpy became Burger King. Awful, if you go there, you will receive bad service." Wimpy was an old British one. Burger King is American chain. Crystal said, "Mark, there's some good music for the people." On about the whatever it was if I say it. And he said, "We had a wimpy near me." It's KFC now. I'll check that out. I've written it down. Shit hit the fan bartering. We may have to do maybe tomorrow then, because I wasn't really in the mood for constantly writing shit down at the minute. Tomorrow we'll do a shit hit the fan bartering discussion, and I'll write down all the stuff. We won't do it tonight because I'm not in the mood for writing constantly. But tomorrow we'll have a good think about that. Work out what we think is best for shit hit the fan bartering, and then I'll do a video on it. It also depends if I can get the stuff, because I'd like to do demos and have it on a table. Rumstuff said, "That's not to say they didn't get converted into other things when sold." I must match. What camera do you use? Well, this one is a fuck, I can't remember what it was now. It's a Microsoft Life Cam, I think it's called. The microphone's crap on it. I have to use a different mic, because if I use the actual mic on that, it's really shit. Pretty sure it's called a Microsoft Life Cam. Marcus had the Liam. No, I meant was that whoever owned Wimpy ditched the name and replaced it with Burger King. Apparently there are Wimpies near me in Bicester. Yeah, as you said, Liam, yeah, Wimpy was always the English one, wasn't it? Burger King was an American thing, wasn't it? Dude PX, cigarettes and alcohol is always better bartering. Yeah, it's a good one. Thanks for bartering anything that tells the time. Yeah, I'll tell you, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you don't know the time at all for a longer period than a couple of days. It fucking does your head in. Because you don't know when to wake up, you don't know when to go to bed, you don't know when it's time to eat. You know, it's all just, I know those things come naturally, but it's really annoying not knowing how long it's been since you did something. I don't think there are many left. The workers are not lobotomized like McDonald's workers are. Bobby said barter. My man Smart said it went from bullets to burgers. Yeah, very odd. That's the nature of these streams there. Go from one thing to the other, to the other, to the other, don't they? What did you think of the Q&A one? You quite liked that, didn't you, Iron Man Spartan? I'll probably do that again, because I thought that worked all right. But there was a bit of chatting from people who didn't really get what we was doing, who came in late. But the ones who was getting into it quite enjoyed it, didn't they? Yeah, Bullets and Bags is very American, isn't it? Yeah. I'll have to look at the demographic after this. I bet I don't think there is many Americans in tonight, is there? All probably still at work, aren't they? I suppose they'd be just coming home, wouldn't they? It all depends. I'm as Barton was saying to Bobby Wolf, I think, about barter means trade or swap. UPX tampons for bartering. Yeah, women are love it. We mentioned that, yeah. Mark is a good way to tell where south is. Which way satellite dish is point. Yeah, good point. That, yeah, I like that. That's a good way. I read that. Yeah, honest about books and burgers, very American though. Jeans and jumper, old Casio F91 G-Shock watches that last for 10 years plus. Tom D, I agree with not knowing the time thing driving you mad. I recently bought myself a radio-controlled solar G-Shock, and now it's become part of me. Yeah. I'll tell you the only reason I know what it's like not to know the time for a couple of days is when I was younger, I got put in a young offenders prison for about 6 weeks. And for at least a week of that, I didn't know what the time was at all. So it was horrible not knowing what the time was. You never knew how long it was going to be till dinner time was, or how long till they was going to turn the telly off, or stuff like that, or how long they was going to turn the lights off. Or if you woke up early, you didn't know whether you'd have to sit there for 3 hours or 15 minutes. Horrible. It's surprising how much it does Reading. Like I said, the Q&A stream was good, and so did I, Spartan. Pete said, you must know this crap joke. When is a door, when it's not, when it's a jar, yeah. Yeah, Stuff said, evening from Cyprus, right, no. Yeah, Marcus Batley said, tampons are a great fire starter. Bristol said, when I work nights in the winter months, I sometimes don't see daylight for 3 days. Yeah, that can start to, when I used to sleep all day and be up at night, and I'd only see darkness, that used to start to depress me, do my head in after a while. I think that's partly to do with not sleeping right as well, because that disturbs your, what do they call it, your circadian rhythm or whatever it's called. But yeah, it starts to do your head in after a while when you don't sleep proper times. It's unnatural. Bullfrog said G-Sharp. They're not G, said Dwyman Spartan. Burgers and bullets are quite similar though. Both can kill you. Sadly, my Casio Wave Scepter developed some sort of battery fault just after the warranty ran out. And I'm back to the old Japanese watch now. I've got about 3 watches. Here's one of them. I'll find it quickly. These batteries for. Difficult. It was right there last time. That's fucking wrong. Where? Right fucking there. Well, no, not there. Don't bloody work anyway. Need to replace the battery in it. Where am I? Q&A. I must not know the Q&A videos are great. I was medication's a good barter. Yeah, that's a good one. Seeds, coffee, bullets. The Dude PX said G-Shock, Rangeman, rocks. I must want to make charcoal is a good skill. Yeah, knowing some skills is always a good thing. Marcus said, I'd go out for a drive if I can't sleep. Dean Jump said, my F91 cost me £8 and has lasted 8 years. If I same battery. Then not G said, Peach, okay, you asked for it. What's green? Got 4 wheels. And you can find it outside houses. What is it? What's green? Got 4 wheels. Find it outside houses. A lawnmower? What's green? Oh, wheelie bin. No, it's got 2 wheels, isn't it? Bullfrog said, Liam, why not just replace battery? Neo Star said, yeah, work night shifts, just finished work at 12 our time. Beach said, I have a basic Casio. Yeah, I don't have a watch anymore. Like, I've got them watches, I said, and I've got like the Sliver watch, but I don't wear them. Beach said, a car. Bullfrog said, I may need specialised one as it's solar. He said, no. Bullfrogs. Better to get a proper Swiss-made watch if possible. Tissot, Victorinox, Wenger, bit pricey but worth it. Wenger said, "You fancy doing a how-to on what?" Bobby Woof, I could do how-tos. What on what though? Right, where am I? Leon, you right, mate? And he said, "Oh, mate, how you doing? Been so busy this month, not been able to make the stream." Well, you're on today. I'm still on for half an hour at least, so good to see you on, mate. We should net making for potion. Yeah, I could do that. I've made a net before. Casio watches are great, cheap and reliable. Microsoft's greenhouse doesn't have wheels. Did he put the answer on? Ted not say the answer is grass. I lied about the wheels. That's sake. Just trying to keep us guessing. They're not say not lawnmower or wheelie bin. DPX deck of cards for bartering or bug out. I can get fucking boring bugging out. Yeah, I've got deck of cards in mine. In both my bug out bags, I've got little mini deck of cards. Yeah, would definitely help pass the time, wouldn't it? Quite a few uses. Might be able to use it, Tinder if you have to. Iron Man's about to show us your 3 favourite DVDs that you could watch for eternity, only 3. Want me to show you them, do you? Right, if I fall off this fucking chair, I reckon these 3 would do me. Definitely be in the top 10 anyway, the top. Right, ready? And I've already, all of these I've probably watched about 100 times already. Right, ready? So you've got, if you've never seen that, that's highly recommended. Revenge of Billy the Kid. The answer's better late than never. You see that all right? So Revenge of Billy the Kid. Then we got Bad Taste. Jeans and Jumps Alive, a mechanical psycho monster watch that's as close to Swiss as I can afford. And no battery ever. Jumps with monster phones. Alright. Bad Taste. And then finally, Brain Dead. Ones I said would be rocking the Vostok if I knew what screwdriver to order to repair the automatic movement. Yeah, Revenge of Billy the Kid's good, isn't it? I don't think a lot of people know about that one. Yeah, Bad Taste, great, isn't it? They might do, I think. I'll have a look for that watch. I can't believe it's fucking disappeared. It was in a place and I moved it. I've gone. Oh, there it is. Right, this is the quality of the watch I would wear. Let's just put a bit of torch on the bezel, whatever it is. Get a bit of glow in the dark going. I don't know what that fucking is, but I bought it. Needs a new battery. I bought it out of some bloody magazine, but it ain't nothing expensive. I think it is something like an infantry watch, Mark. I think it is something like that. I'm not sure, but I don't even say what make it is, or it's a sort of imitation of something like that. Marcus said, "Catch Me If You Can." Great film. I don't know if I've seen that. Leon can't say I've seen the other two. Oh, if you like Revenge of Billy the Kid, you'd love Bad Taste and Brain Dead, especially Brain Dead. Wolfhawk said, I have seen brand new Vostok watches on eBay, 55 quid, are they fake? As I said, I figure it's great for the most part. I'll look Bullfrog and report back. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but I bought it outside magazine. There's got a genuine leather strap there. What, that was ticking then? Bad Taste is good, but I think it's better if you watched it years ago when it was still quite original. It still is original, but there's a lot of sort of imitations of that kind of stuff now. It was in the days when extreme gore wasn't a big thing. But yeah, it was Peter Jackson, one of Peter Jackson's first films. That's the kind of stuff he started off doing. Bad Taste, Brain Dead, Meet the Feebles, which is a adult like Muppets kind of film where the Muppets are taking drugs, seeing prostitutes, killing each other, stuff like that. Bristol said, your watch looks like a recycled Rolex. Leon's will have to put it on the bucket list. I highly recommend them. All right, Sam. Yeah, so prepping item, I forgot watch. Yeah. Weapons Officer, so I find it weird he made those films and then The Lord of the Rings. Yeah, really good, isn't it? Always makes me laugh because he said he had a teacher who said, oh, don't bother making films, you'd never be any good at it. What a thing to say to someone as well, though. All folks are tracks, mate. The Victorinox night vision has a strong little torch. That's the same as a phone. It even has a strobe as well as blue backlight. If you really want a good watch, the best for tactical guy. New stuff here. I saw Bad Taste the first time in Channel 4. One late, not late Friday. Next, if I bother, I'll get an Orient Diver, which is another Japanese company that is owned by Seiko. Very good for the price. They're not decent. Preppers should remember this. If you can keep your head and all around you are losing theirs, you probably don't understand the situation. Yeah. I like that. So got any coffee left now? Mouth is fucking dry as fuck, man. If there's any Trailer Park Boys fans on, I finally watched the end of season 12 today. Might start watching some films soon. I haven't watched any films for ages, but starting to sort of get my schedule sorted out so I can get my stuff done, watch a film, do my YouTube stuff, do my streaming at night. Yeah, stuff I currently have Married with Children on me. Yeah, Married with Children's good, isn't it? On, not on me. On. Yeah, I like that. I haven't watched that for years, but I always liked it. What was it? Slingshot Warrior kept recommending it to me, but I've watched it years ago, and I probably will watch it again. Wolfhawk said, could do with a nice looking bedside clock. We'll look on eBay to find this piece of art. Why don't you get a fucking teas made? Then you have a clock and something that fucking make you fucking tea in the morning. I had some friends on Facebook who found like some brand new invention that would tell you the time and have an alarm clock and make you tea, and they thought it was amazing. This new invention Till a load of people told them that the teas made has been around since about the 50s. You could get them off fucking eBay for probably nothing. Archer practically a Seiko 007 unbeatable. Yeah, weapon stuff. We have the same taste in watches. Blue Maker is a beaut. Yeah, you can see my watch taste. My man Spartan said, watch Into the Wild. Great true story. Yeah, funny thing is, I was looking at something about that earlier. I never watched that, but I will. New stuff. I just found it on Amazon Prime if you have it. Married with Children, yeah. I ain't got Amazon Prime, but I have got somewhere. I think I'll be able to get it. Bullfrog said, where can I get that Punch coffee mug? You know what? I don't know, because it was bought for me as a Christmas present or birthday present, but I would imagine you could probably get it on eBay, wouldn't you? Robin said, is there a coffee equivalent of a teas made? I don't know. I don't know that. Yeah. No, I won't bother going on there. I'll look on my phone. Yeah. Coffee's made. Yeah, I'm gonna go all fancy. I'm gonna talk to the Google. Coffee's teas made. Teas made coffee. Coffee's made. Return to the teas made for coffee lovers. Yeah, I think it does, Liam. Yeah. Marcus said to him, have you seen any Sean Penn? Any Sean Penn film is brilliant. Yeah, stuff said, good shit Hitman series is Rain on Netflix. Yeah, someone mentioned that the other day. I'll have to look that up. Marcus said to Liam, yeah, my coffee maker has a timer on it. The Dude PX season 12 has one really funny scene, Ricky the Handyman. Yeah, it is good, isn't it? I was saying earlier, I'm not ashamed to admit it, I had a tear in my eye at the very end when they did the little tribute to Don Dunsworth. I'm not too big to say I had a bit of a cry at that. Bullfrog said, what would actually happen if you punch someone with it there? Probably break, I'd assume, mate, because the actual knuckles are ceramic as well. So they would probably have a fucked up face, but you'd probably also have a fucked up hand. Then what he said to Liam, yeah, there is. It's called a girlfriend or a wife. I'm Spartan said, Sean Penn is good in the Gunman film. And weapons and stuff, yeah, less reliable than a mechanical timer. Yeah, exactly. Ratnick said, have you watched the Monty Python? Yes, I love them. I've got them on DVD up there. There's only really 3, aren't there? I don't know whether to get them or not. I'll have to stand in this fucking chair. But yeah, I've got the Holy Grail, The Meaning of Life, and The Life of Brian, and I do like them all. They're all good. They're all completely different. Like The Meaning of Life is just a film where they try and explain the meaning of life in about 50 different ways to all different people to cater for everyone, don't they? Yeah, I quite like that. It's quite good. Liam, I would definitely recommend you watching. Oh, you watched Holy Grail today, did you? Yeah. Watch The Meaning of Life as well. It's different to the others. It's more. Well, as I just mentioned, it just explains the meaning of life, but in loads of different ways. It goes through the stages of life. But I think that's just as good as Holy Grail. But yeah, yeah, because I did see you mention about how you'd only seen one of them, hadn't you? Yeah, I'll definitely recommend all of the Monty Python films, there's only 3 anyway. Said what he said about the girlfriend making a cup of tea, but it responds to a kick better. As I've said, I watched Holy Grail earlier today, funnily enough. Mark said, no, so I meant Sean Penn directed films. He directed Into the Wild. Oh, I didn't know that. I must like to Mike, have you heard of Grey Man in Shit Hit the Fan skill of acting poor and broke when you have plenty. Stop thieving totes. Yeah, I mentioned Grey Man's survival earlier because that's what I would. If you want to do covert bug out, you're gonna have to have a Grey Man bug out bag, ain't you? Yeah. Yeah, that's the only one I've not seen before. You know, I think you'd like Meaning of Life. Oh, Holy Grail's the only one you've not seen, or the Meaning of Life. Yeah, well, if he knows it's way so thin, he must have seen it. Yeah. Bullfrog said you can effectively handle a. Could you effectively handle a Zweihander or Highland Claymore in battle mode? Yeah, probably. I reckon so. Yeah. I watched that, Liam. I think you like it. It's nothing like the others. There's no story to it, really. It just goes through the stages of life, talking about the meaning of life. But some of it is quite profound. It's quite. You can agree with little bits of it yourself, even though it's comedy film. Yeah, Neo stuff said room for a thin mint. Yeah, it's way so thin, isn't it? Yeah. Ratnick said, I watched Life of Brian Hodegrab, but I haven't watched Meaning of Life. Yeah, I think you should watch it. As I mentioned, there's not really a story to it, though. But it's good. Then he said, have you seen Jungle Burger? That's a good film. No, I never even heard of that. Dave Boy, you right, mate? He said, what screen on the bottom row of your weapons? That is like a little advertising thing that has stuff like what websites I'm on, as well as YouTube. It tells you about my Patreon. On my other videos, you can see it better. Counted swords are not as heavy as people think they are. Maces are very heavier than swords, at least mine is. Mangujin to Dan. This is what I call to be well prepared on zombie apocalypse. I'm an Spartan. Would you rather fight the Terminator T-800 or T-800 or the Predator? Yeah, it's fucking hard, that is. They'd be both as equally as bad, wouldn't they, I think? Trying to think of weak points on either of them. Yeah, that's good, isn't it, Marcus? That is a very, very hard one to think. I don't know. Dave Boy said, yeah, always noticed it, but never fully knew what it was. On my streams, you can't really see it properly. But on my proper videos with my other camera, where it's full on, you can read the stuff better. But I used to have the camera set up differently, Dave, but it's I have to have it like this now because it's easier. Otherwise, I have to keep pulling all my computer out. Yeah, on other videos, you can see it better. Dave Boy said, Weapons Off said, yeah, Terminator would be easier to outrun, I guess. But very hard to pick which one. I don't know. Counter Predator with just blasting. Yes, I would love the wall, man. Warhawk, no, they're not that heavy unless it's a John Barnett sword. Marcus said, anyone seen the Terminator ride at Universal Studios? Brilliant. No, well, I've seen it, but not been on it. Manga said, do you sleep with a pillow under your gun? No, but I sleep with I have a pillow under my machete. Bobby Wolf said, which of the crankies would you fight, the bloke or the wife? Gotta be the wife, innit? Just for the fun of it. As long as she was dressed up as wee Jimmy Cranky, yeah. Then you've got like the best of both worlds. You pretend you're punching a kid in the face, but really it's a woman. I'm joking. Make myself look terrible. That is a joke. Yeah, you know, best of both worlds there. Aren't them two on something at the minute? They're on some program at the minute, aren't they? Is that fucking I've seen adverts for it. That I'm sure kick her in the touch. Kick her into touch, yeah. And then Liam said, wasn't that Nicola Sturgeon? Yeah, it could have been. Comes with drugs. Oh, on something, yeah, aren't they on something, yeah. I know Sparks apparently a pillow cat was a suppressor for one shot. Only movie assassins. Oh yeah, I've seen that. Seen them do that. Yeah, that Marigold Hotel thing on it, yeah. Yeah, they're on that, aren't they? I've only seen adverts for it, I don't watch. To be honest, now that I've got the PS4 and the computer that works good, I don't ever really watch the telly anymore. Bullfrog, I pushed her in the lock on Tuesday. Yeah, Bullfrog's been up there. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, said I'd start getting some gold and silver for my prepping. Yeah. Yeah, I've got one bit of silver. The only bit I own. Got my coin collection there and my one bit of silver. It's worth about 17 quid. Thing is, silver would be good for bartering, but it's never as much as you think it's going to be, is it? Bullfrog said Sturgeon is the new Loch Ness monster. Callum said no, TVs get boring fast. You know, I used to love watching the telly, but yeah, I don't ever watch it now. Andrew said, do you also own a tank or at least an armoured vehicle? I've got 2 armoured vehicles outside. Or would be. Once I've said, if you live alone, I would not have a TV licence, as I would not have a TV connected to anything. Yeah, good point. You know, I must admit, I only have a telly to like to view the PlayStation 3 and that. I must admit, though, I can't deny it. I used to watch loads of telly, and I probably still would in a different situation, but I tend to be doing other stuff all the time now. Also, there's not very good stuff on the telly anymore. Only very, very, very occasionally if there's a series I want to watch. And now, what happens now is you get a good TV series, and then something like Netflix nicks it, or one of the Sky channels you have to pay for nicks it. Well, I say nick it, buys the rights for it. Yeah, so I said, nice one at bar you have. Bobby was said, where's everyone from tonight? I'm from Newcastle. I'm from right down south in Buckinghamshire, near London. Bobby. Dean Thompson said, I stopped watching TV a while ago. Feel much better. But tell you what, I definitely don't watch the news. The news is a fucking do your head in thing. I'm Man Spartan. Remember when big back TVs took 2 people to K? I've actually got one of them still. Right there, but I can't move the camera to show you. I've actually got one of them still because it's never packed up, so I've just not replaced it. Yeah. I don't want to move the camera that way, but yeah, I've got one. Great big old CRT TV. Just about one person can carry it. Not very far though. Marcus said he's from Manchester. Bullfrog said pawn shops will give you nut for silver, mate. Keep it. Oh, I would never get rid of it anyway because it was a prize I won. But yeah, it's only worth about 17 quid for that thing. Yeah, and a better pawn shop wouldn't even give you that. Then it was easy. Copper might be good for prepping, to repair electrical wires. Yeah. Yeah, so I also have some bottle of drink and some cigarettes as they would be good. Granted, I have a silver Nazi coin in World War II, I think. I said, I don't need a TV license if you use a TV as a monitor. You don't need one, yeah. Hey, I'll barter with booze. I think that'd be the highest currency after food and water. No, because I watch YouTube more than TV. Yeah, so do I. In fact, well, because I do a YouTube channel, I'm on YouTube the majority of the day now. Dave Boy said he's from Halifax. Mangu said, man, your house must be the happiest place on earth. Wish I released that crossbow. There's two up there, look. Actually, it's three. There's three on that board anyway. There's one there, one in the middle, one down there. See that green thing? That's just the ones on display. Iron Man said Oxford. While you're watching the shit hits fan situation, you want to hope no one finds your window sills. They'd be clean out all your treasures. They'd be dead by the time they poke their head up through that fucking windowsill. There'd be a pile of them down there. Weapons I've said, yeah, I have relatives there despite me not watching the news. Can't stop telling me all the horrible things that are happening. Tell them I don't really care. What's that about the news? Oh, no, I have relatives where, despite me not watching the news, can't stop telling me all the horrible things that are happening. I tell them I don't really care. Yeah, you don't need to know it. It's just scaremongering. Bobby Woof. I'm a Spartan Michael. I used to have the same AWA stereo as you. I don't know how you say that, AWA. As you. They're loud and built like a tank. Yeah, that still works. I still use that today as my surround sound when I watch films. And I even have my, you see the speakers there. I still have the, I have my PC coming through there and I put that speaker just there. Perfect. Nearest stuff's from Cyprus. Missed his one. Mark, I said, Mike, for the future videos, it's good to ask where everyone's from. Here's Bobby for suggesting it. All right. Yeah. I don't mind doing that. You might have to remind me, Marcus. I know some people do that. It's quite interesting to see where people are from. The thing is, I know most of the time. Because most of my commenters are regulars. But yeah, no, good idea. Kind of a good thing you're the guy with the locks and keys. Yeah, exactly. Weapon Stuff said, yeah, well, we were saying it's scaremongering, they constantly say it's a horrible thing happening somewhere else. So, yeah, okay. Yeah. Near stuff, the news is all about fake to make us scared. It is. And it works. You know, they're all trying to convince you of one thing or the other. Some of it ridiculous, some of it sounds very realistic, but there's been times when they've tried to convince you that if you go out your door, you're going to get stabbed by feral youths, you're going to die by bird flu. At one point, it even sounded like they was trying to make out like foxes was trying to take over the fucking world. Leave your back door open, a fox is going to come in and eat your children, mate. You know, that's the kind of thing that they come out with. Jeans and Jumper said, yeah, people like to be repeaters when it's usually bullshit or propaganda. Dave said, you done any more stress tests for the security umbrella? I ain't done any more tests, but I'm definitely going to do more videos soon because the bloke asked me to. So, yeah, there will be more. Iron Man Smart said, watching the news causes depression. I think it does, mate. I think it does. I feel so much better now, I don't. Well, Frog said, you and Liam both have red curtains. Is this a cover-up? Blood spatter from intruder. I think, yeah, good idea. I never thought that. Yeah, and the red back still in position. Ready to go. These jumpers from County Limerick, Ireland. Right, where am I? Sometimes a scary thing happen. Better keep watching the news so you stay safe. Yeah. Now all it does is scares you, depresses you. I know the basics. You know, if something's going on, I'll know. I can read the headlines on things, but I don't want to listen to what the news is trying to tell me. When they tell you, you know, it's all right knowing something happened, but you don't need to know all the details about it and all the statistics of how you're going to die from it. And you don't need to know all that stuff. That's the scaremongering parts. And if it is something interesting and important, you can look it up. But watching the news, I find, doesn't help. Too much stuff you don't want to know. Yeah, I've got to go off in a second. I'm a Spartan as well. Callum Peach. Yeah, Callum said, yeah, Novichok thing, yeah. Neo Stuff said, look at the Novichok's wrong spelling. I think it's the government to cover up the shit poor Brexit. Yeah, it could be. That's probably what it is. That's what they do. Rome says journalism is really bad now as well. Nearly all yellow press, clickbait stories, manufactured controversy. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. I'm not depressed. I'm naturally miserable. I used to think that's what I was, mate. Stop watching the news. Make sure you sleep normal times. Don't drink too much booze. Yeah, that's my advice for you. And yeah, I'll be on again tomorrow, 8:30 to 11. So yeah, I'm going to call it a night now. I appreciate everyone watching. That's been a good stream tonight. I've enjoyed that. Time mostly flew by. Didn't have a single troll. Yeah, I have been. Yeah, keep yourself hydrated. Yeah, thank you for watching and joining in, everyone. That was actually really good fun. I enjoyed that. Yeah, so I'll be back on tomorrow night, 8:30 to 11:30. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining in. That's, as I said, it's been good. So I'll try and get as many names as I can in. So see you later, Bullfrog, Callum, Neo Staff, Ratnik, Liam, Iman Spartan, Zed Not Z, Bobby Wolf, Bristol, Dave Boy, who else? Dude PX, Double Sound Bush, you there? Callum, Deans and Jumper. Yeah. Thank you for all joining in, and I will I'll see you tomorrow if you're on. See you all later.